Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A good Thursday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout. With the official drink of Two Hoots Hard Iced Tea, a Boulder, or Big Taste Bold Refreshment. Don't just give a hoot, give to Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, and Your Highness, Jasmine here.
Wow.
We've got a lot to get to. Jasmine, for those that haven't heard, part of the big announcement from last Friday was the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne coming this fall to Edmonton Sports Talk. But part of that was Jasmine will be a regular co-host on the EST Hangout, and thought this week would be a great week we brought Reed on. Jay's been on. He's going to be on tomorrow, but he's on a lot. Let's bring Jasmine into, hey, welcome to the Hangout. And then before we start, are these sanitized? Can we get these mics sanitized? Like seconds before we go on the air. So welcome, Jasmine. Welcome. This is great.
I was going to start off by saying thank you. Like, thanks to you guys for, whatever. I'm mad at you now. Now you're going to get
Why are you
roasted
mad at
today.
me? Gager is here laughing, but Gager has been here since almost month one as a regular co-host of the Hangout and stuff. And I have not had one demand, I think, from Gager. I don't think he's come in and said one thing about, do you guys, can we do this? Or nothing.
He complains about the dog park in malls.
Well, yeah, but not here.
But I didn't say.
I didn't know I had that much pull around here.
He's not demanding things of us.
I didn't demand. I asked if it was sanitized.
In a pretty demanding way, I would say.
I'd say.
That was pretty. Also, these mics are not supposed to be sanitized with that. Learn this through COVID. Our engineers always like, you can't use it on there. We did it all the time. Like, I don't care about this technology. Let's replace the mic if it gets ruined. Yeah. I don't care. We're wiping this because different people are using it. So,
I was actually looking at monogram mic socks for when I'm on the other show, but maybe one day.
I like how you say. Well, I got a mic sock. You could draw on it.
Yeah, but I
like how you call it the other show as if you're not allowed to say what the show is.
Oh, that's
like it's a different station or something like that.
Well, you would say, okay, I didn't mean it that way. I think everyone knows what I mean.
What's the sock do? What's the purpose of the sock?
A mic sock is to help stop popping your peas or something popping through a mic. Those type of things. It's for the hissing and those pops that happen. Mm-hmm. They actually aren't for really anything else.
Okay. Good to know.
That's what they are.
Since I did not go to broadcasting school, thank you for telling me.
Me neither.
Okay. Yeah. Natural.
Well, and it's also some people feel it's more of a mental thing, I think, but sanitary reasons, they would say. But there's a little bit of it. It does protect a little bit of that, but it's not overall going to do much.
So do these analysts carry them around when they're traveling with them?
Think so. Yeah.
Mic socks?
Yeah.
No.
On their, Tommy does. He's got looks like a sniper case of microphones and all the stuff.
Does he?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I was going to say he probably carries other socks around.
I'm intrigued with, I don't know if, I've never asked Dusty, because I'm a tech nerd with these things. I love seeing how different people do their broadcast. When we were at Super Bowl, the Rich Eisen show was set up, and we're in the Super Bowl room, and I actually just spent a couple minutes staring at all the technical things that they use, because I'm just fascinated by that stuff.
Yeah.
I've never asked Dusty, does he have his own headset?
Oh, if he brings his own,
is it just it's always there? You just pick up and you just go, or I wouldn't know.
I looked at getting in the English, the Premiership or whatever, the announcers use those mics where they put it right against their nose or whatever. I was looking to see how much those are. They're mad expensive, but I was gonna come on to Two Guys one time and have that on there, Pit Stop Pals, and do it. But I'm too cheap.
Just expensive. She's demanding clean microphones.
Didn't even do anything yet.
You just expensive. Send it to HR Daddy.
Okay.
And say that in lieu of you're joining the morning show. I want this.
Maybe that'll work.
Oh, Dusty's in the nasty chat. Suits brings his own headset for games. I don't. That's coming in from Dusty.
Oh yeah, and Dusty had some problems this morning, eh? With his little adventure in the airport. He forgot the light. He had to buy
I didn't think of a light, but he forgot the webcam. He texted me that yesterday.
Then he had to go purchase one.
I didn't know he uses. He goes on the road with a separate camera.
Oh, really?
For EST stuff. Well, we generally don't have him doing stuff on the road.
Right.
This is a unique circumstance where Eric's off, Tommy's gone. And it's like, okay, well, Dusty, you're going to have to jump on. So we sent him on the road. So we're not used to him being on the road doing games. So I'm usually not sure what to send him. It seemed it went really, like, it's internet-wise and all of that from a technical standpoint.
Good.
It went well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I don't know
fine.
what Dusty used. Maybe if you're still listening, Dusty, did you use the hotel internet or our internet? Let me know.
Yeah, that was clear. It was, it's always, I go, oh no, that hotel internet's usually not as strong, or it just gets choppy once in a while. But
Except in Vegas.
except in Vegas was good.
Our Vegas internet was...
It's Vegas, though.
Wow.
You got to get those bets in, you know? That's
When we went and we turned it on and I did the test, I was like, it was closer to the lower end of what you'd want. And I was like, oh, we'll see how this goes. And they were fine. It was our equipment that had the issue because we kept getting that like buzz or whatever, that like echoey robot. I don't know if you guys remember that in like the 8 o'clock hour every morning. Don't know why that happened. Still don't know why that happened. But that was the only issue we had in Vegas.
Oh, really? Huh.
Well, for those Vegas hotel prices, they better have good internet.
Yeah, no problem.
Hotel Wi-Fi was amazing, says Dusty. That is awesome.
That's good.
Caster 1990. Are we going to get a Jasmine origin story, or does that have to be revealed in the fall?
Let's do that.
that's a whole
What's the
series.
origin
Yeah.
story?
That's a
but I'm
three-part
just
series.
Can like, are you asking for like from
For EST?
like EST, or is it like tell us your whole life story,
Yeah, right?
Jasmine?
I can give you guys a quick EST, and this is the first show I did with Gager. Gager, you were awesome on the first show, by the way, because I was really nervous, and you made me feel
Really?
Yeah, you did
tried.
like
I was
that
trying
dadly,
to-
brotherly, you know.
I was trying to mess you up.
Oh, great. I'm gonna get a lot of this. I feel like, eh?
Oh, now.
Well, you came in just demanding stuff on show one.
Today, oh no, I did it on show one.
Today's like to me, this is like of being the co-host. Yeah, the first time you came, you brought us food.
Yeah, I brought them samosas.
Yeah,
And
those were good.
I'll
And so
bring-
then
I'll
you
bring
flip to
some
today where you go and just demand things.
more. Just walking. How's my hair?
Like just full change. Like now it's I'm on air talent here.
No.
Where's my dressing room?
Yeah, where's wardrobe?
Oh, that's good.
No, we will. I'll get you guys.
Don't worry, the
samosas.
female bathroom doesn't get used much.
Yeah, I heard. I heard it was clean. I like it. About my origin story as far as EST quickly is just that when these guys went off, well, I love sports. I know I'm a woman. A lot of women love sports. I grew up with my brother. He's a fanatic. He's like just as smart as Maddie. He knows.
So he's not smart.
Well, analytically, all this stuff. Anyway, so I just grew up in an environment with full of guy cousins, and you know, it was just sports. So it's just how I was raised. And then he got married. He moved out, and I didn't have anybody to really, you know, shoot with. So I listened to Dusty and I listened to LT, and they just kind of were like my brothers. I was like, oh, I get to talk about sports. I get to text in. Like it just like they fulfilled that hole of my brother moving out. So that's how it became from back in the day.
From 1260.
Yeah.
What about your first text into the show? When did that happen?
I don't know, but I did win text of the day once.
Oh, did you?
Did you?
Yes, it was when so and so got engaged. Whatever, he used to play for us, and
Ooh, good thing Tom.
and yeah, I just texted him like the dank nug. That's a dank nug, and then I won text of the day.
Oh, nice. How was Florida down there? You went for Game 7, didn't you?
I did.
How was it?
You got tickets to Game 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's a whole other story that I don't want to bore you guys.
Well,
I know,
maybe-
hell yeah.
Hey, if you want to save it for when you're really working.
No, because I don't want to talk about the past when we're in fall,
Oh,
all right?
okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
well, we got a few stories to get to because I'm also going to say, like, I've never heard this uttered from anyone in my life. But as we're about to start the Hangout 2, Gager says, I've got a story about speed walking. Because we're watching speed walking Olympics. So we will get to that story too. Because
Okay.
like I've just I love the fact that you have a speed walking story. But tell us about the Game 7.
Indirect. It's indirect, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So I had bought tickets before. So I basically could have made like a lot, triple the money if I sold
really?
them. But I ended up going to Game 6 in Edmonton, and oh my God, that was just unreal. And I'm like, screw this, I'm going. So all the flights were sold out. I just basically couldn't For 8 hours, I was on my computer on Saturday. Nothing was working. I went on all these like really like shoddy sites and stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I have credit card insurance, and I would book it. They would refund it because there was no fee.
Okay.
So I basically had to build my own plan, like through Southwest and all this stuff. So I went to Vancouver 6 a.m. with my girlfriends, Stan and Karen. Who are also nasties. So we went to Vancouver to Phoenix, stayed in Phoenix for like 6 hours, got drunk. Then we went to Orlando, sorry, Mom. And then we went to Orlando. And then from Orlando, thanks to Tommy's advice, we took a 3-hour train, got there Sunday morning, and went to the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trains, planes.
And then my best friend, she's a manager, so she had to get back to work. So she watched the game. Next day, she effed off.
And you guys stuck around?
Yeah, me and Karen stuck around. And then we went from Miami to Chicago, where they were going to land the plane. We were going to miss our flight, but they didn't because there was like bad weather. And then we went to Minneapolis and then back to Edmonton. The next day was the WestJet strike. So we just made it back in time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, but...
That kept us out in Vegas for a little bit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What a terrible place to have
So
to
what
spend
was
a few
like?
extra days.
I think I said on the two guys the other day, just mentioned how it's different if you win a cup in Edmonton opposed to winning a cup in Miami. I think for the way it is. So like
For who?
The players.
Oh, like
Absolutely.
Panthers fans winning it there, or like
Players
like which
fans.
team?
What? No.
Like the away team?
Oh no. I'm saying if Florida won,
Okay.
it's different than if Edmonton would have won on a broader spectrum.
Oh,
of
I
the
see
whole
what you're
thing.
saying then.
So I want like after they won, what was it like outside? Was it?
Oh my God. I will tell you one thing. I was crying so hard I could give an F. My goodness. But one thing about those fans they're really nice. There's not many of them, as we know the stories of like, what's Florida Panthers? Yeah, you got a lot of that. Fort Lauderdale, don't go there. Stay in Miami. Miami is unreal. I've been there before, but it's a great place. But the fans are really good. The arena is really nice considering it's old. I think it was built in 1998.
It's also right next to a swamp.
Yeah.
That's what I like. That's
yeah.
one thing I
It's like
learned. in this.
Gator.
It's
We
like
walked by it.
if the swamp is like on the one side of it, and it's just miles and miles of swampland. Like there's nothing near it. Like,
But-
okay, that seems like a smart place to put an arena.
Their seats were big. The lineups were fast.
Seats were big.
They were. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
there's a reason for that, I'm assuming.
And then, I mean, I could talk about it forever, but I'll just tell you that I would never take back that experience. It was worth it. Like we worked so hard. We got to play hard, right? And I thought I wanted to see the cup that day. I really thought it was going to happen. So
I think almost everyone thought that it was going to happen with the way the series had turned and shifted.
I didn't think they were like I was saying I didn't think the Oilers would go that far. I was kind of on the other side for a long time. I thought there would be a chance, but then, and I've said this story before. I remember after 2006 at Perry Pern's camp, and all those guys were in there, and Horkoff was talking to someone about it, and we just came back and. We almost scored and they scored. We just had nothing left. And that's exactly what happened, I think, in this one, too.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like Game 7, though, that day in the city. It was just the coronation. Like, let's get to the game because then the Oilers are going to win this cup and there's going to be a celebration. And
Yeah.
There was like
was such
50%
a-
Oilers fans there.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
would have been an Oilers celebration. It was amazing to see. I was just so proud of our fans. Yeah, I could talk about it forever, but it also makes me sad. I cried so much, my eyes were shut the next day. Yeah, a lot of hugs.
Did you cry, Gager?
No, I didn't. I was kind of relieved it was all over, to tell you the truth. Just
I was
talked about it a lot.
very relieved it was over.
Yeah, I bet
In
you
terms
guys-
of the length of time. Like July
Yeah,
or June
it was.
24th was a really long, like that shouldn't happen again.
True.
No. Like
Like
I
we
was,
have an 8-game preseason coming up again.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
cut that down to 4.
Yeah.
Start the season sooner. Let's move. Let's
I think
go,
I said
go,
I'm
go.
not talking about preseason, so I'm not going to talk about
Yeah,
it.
I'm
listen.
I'm on that. I've been on that bandwagon for sports for a number of years. I don't talk preseason. I don't watch preseason
No.
for any sport.
Yeah.
Football, baseball, basketball. Like
Waste of
baseball's the
time.
closest because like when spring training comes, it's just that That first week or whatever, it's just
Yeah.
nice seeing the sun.
Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
spring's almost here. So
Yeah.
it gets me through it. But then I'm also like, I'm bored. I'm done. This doesn't matter. Exhibition preseason sports, it's meaningless. It's good for the coaches. It's good for general managers. I don't care about anything else. I'm never going to read too much. My favorite story coming out of Oilers training camp, like every year, is that one player that does well, and everyone's like, what are they going to do in the lineup? And it's like, well, they're going to do nothing because this is preseason.
Yeah.
And the regular season is going to come, and then the regular season comes, they do nothing, and the fans get upset. It's like, what were you expecting? It's preseason.
The thing is, like I played when I played for the Oilers, we were really bad, and we were better, not great later. But now, I mean, if you look at the roster, how many people do you need coming to camp? Like, how many spots are open? I mean, it might change a little bit, but there's no availability, right? Back in the day when the Oilers really sucked, there was a lot of spots,
Yeah.
right? So new guys were coming in. Then I could see it was a little bit more interesting watching training camp, but
But the team is still going to be garbage.
yeah, but there was always hope. There was always hope that something was going to happen. Now it doesn't make sense to watch it because there's not going to be any surprises. Nothing's
Well,
going
what's
to...
the hole that needs to be decided for camp?
Oh, Jasmine, what's the hole that needs to be decided?
I don't know.
Because I don't think there's anything in the forward group necessarily.
Oh, that's solid.
And then
it's
defensively,
it's almost too solid.
depending on who that maybe goes out for injury or like cap purposes, but is it who's the top six? You got Kulak, CC, Nurse, Ekholm, Bouchard, Broberg. So the top six is locked in.
But they need what, 300,000, and they still need to sign those two guys. So
that we'll see who goes
Yeah.
out. But so we're talking who's the first call up or who's the first defenseman that goes in as the number 7.
I think it's Stetcher, isn't it?
Well, that maybe that's the story. Then there's no stories about preseason now.
Yeah, I fixed it. You don't have to watch.
8 games. Don't worry about it.
Jeez, that's a lot.
I know. I didn't know.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
I mean, Tommy
Banging up their
always
bodies and
says
stuff. Ugh.
it's ridiculous.
Well, they need more time off. I feel like they didn't get enough time off.
That's becoming in sports in general. Like I could go to soccer. Soccer players are really getting upset because of how long their seasons are. When does the season? Season's already started preseason wise for, like, I'm going to use the Premier League for example. They started preseason I think last week. They will then go till the end of May, and then like this past year we had Euros and Copa America. So those that played in those international tournaments, they immediately went into their international tournament. Now those players generally don't have to join their team right away. So like training camps happening, the preseason exhibitions are happening, but like the top players aren't all at their teams that played in the Euros or something. They come later. But it's like you get like 6 weeks off and you're right back at it. And then in the year there's the international break, so you go play for your country. So there's no breaks.
Yeah.
Well, look at the Olympics. Like, apparently Wiggins might have an injury, not playing that well. So
Murray.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wiggins isn't there, and that's because I go to. I think Wiggins talked about wanting to be there, so I just blaming Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors being scared of Canada.
Well, they should be.
That's what. Why else would you keep out Andrew Wiggins? Yeah, you can't be like, oh, we want to get ready for the season. We don't want to, we're looking at maybe trading him. No, you're scared of Canada. You're scared of us. And even if they beat us, I'm going to say that's why you guys had to keep Wiggins from us.
Yeah, I find it icky that he's on them.
My dog just killed a magpie.
Breaking news.
Wow, that's random.
Just had to see what that was.
Damn.
It's
a Bernese
your wife?
dog, right?
Yeah, my wife said that, like, there's these magpies in my backyard, and they play with Boone. Like, they come close to him, and then he jumps up. But I think he actually got one, and now there's like 6 of them yelling at him in the backyard. So
There won't be much playing anymore.
Yeah, no, he's with a dead magpie in his mouth.
They're going to come hunting. Like, they're going to come and try to team up on him.
Team up, yeah.
You're going to have a bunch of more dead magpies
This is a
right away.
Pixar
There's
movie.
a war starting here. Caster saying Murray's still recovering from ACL injury and stuff.
Thank you.
But that's the...
Well, that's
Should he be playing then to a degree? And
that's my point. Like they're exhausting themselves at the Olympics, which is great. Like I love that. Let's get that out there. But then the season's gonna start soon. And they really didn't get a chance to recover. Like NBA also kind of dragged out.
Yeah, hockey. Like I would just lessen the regular season
Oh gosh,
to try to
yeah.
save these players a little bit more for the playoffs. But
It would
it's
be,
that gate
NFL
revenue.
CT,
It's
yeah.
that great gate revenue.
Yeah.
it would be the people that would benefit most from that are the fans. Like the intensity of the hockey would be so much better. These guys already play at such a high level. You just can't do it for 82 games. It's impossible. I mean, I'm a little biased because I went to Europe and played, and in Sweden and Germany, the hockey nights in those countries were like Thursday or Saturday, right? Or it was Friday, Sunday in Germany. So
you have your designated days to play,
and you played, anywhere from 56 to 62 games throughout the year. There would be some thrown in,
and then you'd have your cups.
Yeah, there's
on top of that, or is that included in that?
No, that's on top of that sometimes.
And that's where I stand by that. Hockey needs to go that way, where you shorten the regular season to 60-some games, but then you add the cups in there. You add the Wayne Gretzky Cup or whatever you want.
That's what preseason should be. It's the start of an in-season tournament.
Well, but also for me, like it's those teams that are at the bottom who cares, so that they could play the 80. That they don't need their players for the playoffs, so they could play the full 82 games with the regular rosters. If you're the Oilers, you might look at those games and be like, "Hey, we're not gonna play McDavid in these cup games. We're not gonna play Leon in these cup games because we're gonna keep them fresh for the course of the full regular season plus playoffs." And
they're probably gonna want to play though.
Yeah,
for a cup, they might not.
They would.
Not if they haven't won a Stanley Cup. They may sit there and be like, we're going to go play the young guys. Like, if you went the full soccer model, they could sit there and be like, we'll take this one game off a week or whatever.
See, maybe Connor would be like that, but
I think you could sit down and have that conversation with them if you did.
I mean, Leon's a little bit more North Americanized, but
Leon would understand it, I think, more than anyone.
He would understand it
because he'd see it from the other perspective.
But don't you think he sees the value in being European, especially from Germany, where football is their main sport?
Not if he hasn't won the cup, the Stanley Cup.
Think?
I think because they could sit there and go, let's go win the Stanley Cup. If they win the Stanley Cup, they could sit there and be like, let's do the two in the year. Let's win the Cup and the Stanley Cup.
I've played with guys that would rather win the World Championships than the Stanley Cup. Like, that means more to them.
It's huge in Europe.
What?
It's massive.
It's huge in Europe.
What?
Yeah. And Olympics even more, right? That's basically what they're shooting for.
Russians, I feel like, are big ones for the World Hockey Championships.
Yeah.
Because they always went to go play.
Swedes, Finns.
Like, Ovi always would go over to the World Hockey Championships as soon as the caps were done, no matter how many years, or how long they would play almost. Like, he'd go. And
even, Tom Rennie once told me, he goes, if I had the choice between the two, I would pick a gold medal. Like, that's what I envisioned winning from.
Like an Olympic gold versus Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I guess because you're the best.
Yeah.
It's me, not the team.
It was a little bit different back then, too, because I don't think there was a lot of, it was on all pros, right? There was a mishmash of guys on the Canadian Olympic team, and and those guys, it meant way more to them. Like, I remember some Swedes were like, I'd much rather win an Olympic gold than. And remember when the Czechs won in 98,
didn't they?
98,
because that's when they beat.
Did you see, like, when they went home, like, it was the whole country was in Prague.
There is some, like, I guess worldwide, there's something to be able to say, I'm an Olympic gold medalist versus I won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I like that sound, though.
Which one? The Stanley
the
Cup?
Stanley Cup.
See, and I'm sitting here thinking, I think I'd want to be the Olympic gold medalist. I think I'd rather be able to say I have an Olympic gold medal.
But that's your career, though. Like, that's what you live and die for, is the Stanley Cup.
Also, the Olympic gold medal, you could say the same thing. Like,
I suppose.
You could only win it once every 4 years. Like, it's... I'm an Olympic gold...
Look at soccer. What would you rather, a Premiership title or the World Cup?
World Cup, I think.
Yeah.
I think most would want the World Cup.
See,
that's the dream, because it's for country.
Yeah.
I think part of that, too, is like it comes every 4 years or something.
Yeah.
There's that something to it, too, that you only get so many cracks at an Olympic gold in your career. What, you get maybe 4 would be like 16-year career.
Yeah, essentially there's a chance every year to win the Stanley Cup.
You could go, and I don't know, just
realistic.
Because who was talking? I think it was the Lock Shop boys yesterday. Dusty, Huss, and Pat were talking about the Olympic or the golfers, and going, some would want maybe like an Olympic medal more than a lot of the other majors this year. to be able to say you're an Olympic gold medalist. Like,
Yeah.
there's a weight to that carries beyond your sport. I don't care what sport. You could be the shooting people, and you win a gold medal. You're a gold
Did you
medalist.
see the guy? The Algerian,
Which one?
Was it the Algerian guy? Looked like he came off the street.
That was Turkey.
Turkey.
That was Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He won a silver. The best part about that was, like, I think the South Koreans won, and they were decked out with like
I know.
glasses
Yeah.
and all these things.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just came in and just like boom, hands in the pocket. No headphones. Nothing. Just a phone. Just
Yeah. It's like he was just going out shooting cans. Like
They just
awesome.
found like their best hitman and said, "Hey, do you want to go get an Olympic medal?
Yeah.
Here, we'll
God,
clear you of charges. Just go."
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the
memes
photo
on
was the
that.
best.
Yeah.
Because the hand in the pocket too was the best.
Just chilling.
Oh God.
But hey, like, you got to go and say, "I want a gold medal."
Yeah.
It's really cool. And like, you get to keep that too. You don't get to keep the Stanley Cup. You get to carry that gold medal with you for life. Like, the ring is cool, but it's not like you still get the Stanley Cup. So I don't know. I would probably take a gold medal.
I take the cup.
Plus, it's for your country too. Like, there is something about country.
Yeah, there is. Unlike Dusty, right? Being a traitor.
Dusty
LeBron,
would cheer for LeBron over Dylan Brooks in an Olympics.
I know
that wild?
it's terrible.
Like,
Like
I get it every other time, but Dylan Brooks is Canadian here, and when it's Canada versus U.S., you have to take your LeBron fandom and put that aside and go for country.
Yeah, no, I mean he did that awful thing the other day with text in who's the GOAT, and had to have the only way people would actually say that LeBron's the GOAT is because they were trying to win Stingers tickets. Like, it was just so low for Dusty to go. I love that he's not here and I can say this, but
He can't defend himself. And if he jumps in the nasty chat, I'll just ban our own account.
I mean, look, LeBron's great, but when the other greats of basketball talk, they all say MJ.
But it's not even that. Like, we're talking like when Canada goes up against the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot pick an American and cheer for them over the
No.
Canadian.
Legit.
No, you
Mr.
can't.
You see the gold medal? Like,
No.
doesn't make sense now,
It's-
right?
There is no.
If you-
I'm gonna always cheer for LeBron over Dylan Brooks. No, I want Dylan Brooks to be all over LeBron,
Legit.
and if he nuts him again, go for it.
Legit.
I'm all for it. Nut LeBron all you want.
Yeah.
This is Canada, baby.
Yeah,
This is Canada.
This is
look
what
at-
we do. We cheat in soccer. We're gonna be dirty in basketball.
Yeah.
Messi could be your favorite player if he plays for when he plays for Barcelona or whatever. But when you're German at the World Cup, you're cheering
You
for
wanna beat the-
Deutschland.
you wanna beat the crap out of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. You're not cheering for Argentina anymore.
I've got my Manchester United players. They go play all over.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would love if they win after my countries win.
yeah.
First, my countries. So
Jeez,
to be
Dusty.
like, yeah, go LeBron over Dylan Brooks. The hell is that?
It's terrible.
LeBron does have a cool nickname going on though.
Captain
L'America.
of L'America.
L'America. That's pretty
pretty
dope.
good.
Yeah.
But he's won a gold medal already, yeah?
LeBron?
Hasn't he? LeBron, yeah.
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 Well, they're the Americans. They always go look at the
But
winners
they lost
of the Olympics.
1 year that they came, but then they came back the Kobe year
That's-
and then won.
Yeah, they lose once every 25 years or whatever, and then it's panic in the U.S. and they go and dominate again for another number of years because they're better than everyone else.
It was close though this year. Like some of those games were.
This is the best USA basketball team you're gonna see though. Like probably in history, right?
Who were we having this conversation with? Were you part of that one? Was it something we had at I know Jay was on. I can't remember who. Oh, it was Belsey. We were talking Dream Team versus this team. I defended the Dream Team.
Of course.
Yeah, the dream team. Come on.
What? What's the course?
No, I would actually agree with you.
Well, but the case for this current team is actually
Yeah.
pretty strong.
I'd like to
There's
see
a
the
lot of
lineups.
people writing right now that it's the Dream Team. This team is better than the Dream Team.
Really?
Yes. Overall talent, start to finish.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just old.
I was too young to remember the
Oh,
Dream
really?
Team. I was one.
I told you, I had one of my hockey sticks. I had it signed by half the dream team, almost everybody, like Carl Malone, Stockton, Bird, Pippen.
So
What?
did you
Where is it?
did you get MJ?
So the story of MJ is in Portland. we would have had a practice facility. Then we'd race back, especially when there were cool NBA teams coming in. So we'd go into the rink, and we knew the Bulls were there. And so I've told this story, but I came in and I saw like Phil Jackson was walking by, and he was really cool.
Wow.
And then Scotty came over, and I go, "Hey, Mr. Pippen, can you sign my stick?" And I got it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, the Bulls!" And then you saw in the corner a massive scrum, like reporters you couldn't see, and then it parted, and I swear to God, there was this aura around this individual, and everyone else was in these their Bulls like warm ups. MJ was in this purple, like, velour Nike gorgeous tracksuit. Like, I went to the Nike store and looked for it, then I couldn't find it. Like, I was custom. And he was, like, big, huge diamond rocks. Like, he was a good-looking man, too. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, it was stunning. It was like seeing a spiritual figure. And I brought my stick up, and I go, "Mr. Jordan, can you sign my stick?" And he looked at it and goes, "No." and walked away. And I was mad because then he signed another player one of his sticks, but he had a Nike thing on it.
Oh, that's all good.
And I didn't realize this till way later. Mine said Titan. You know, I had the old Titan stick. So he wasn't going to sign
A competitor.
He didn't, like, because he did kind of glance at it and goes, "No."
It's like I've heard the stories of athletes nowadays. Some of them, they're trained where they have, if you go up ask for an autograph, they give you one autograph, but then they get paid to, like McDavid's paid with, who is it, under Upper Deck or whatever.
Yeah,
he gives a different autograph, like his real autograph is with them.
Oh, really?
So that there's this separation. And I'm not saying McDavid does that for sure. I don't know. I was just using him for example, but there are athletes that have two separate autographs. One that you come up, he'll quickly sign it, but then what they're paid for is the legit one that makes the money. And they've separated that.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, don't they like sign the name now so you can't sell it? Like sign your name like "Dearest Matthew."
They try to do that a lot. Try to personalize it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you don't sell off their
No.
So
merch
like,
or whatever,
people will
right?
just come and if
Yeah.
you just sign the name, then they'll just sell it
Yes,
off. But if
Right.
you personalize it with something, then it does take away, I think, a little bit, depending what it is.
It's ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It's all because of like, it's all because of like the middle-aged
Sponsor, yeah.
man that's just trying to make a few
it drove
bucks.
me nuts, man. I understand it, whatever, but
It's good in their contract too.
Yeah, but it's
right?
ruining
With,
it
like,
for
Under
kids a
Armour,
little
like
bit.
that.
it
stuff.
does because you see
No,
the
like
kid,
the people that are just standing outside, just trying to always get the autograph hunters.
because they go like
But they just
they're
go
bigger.
sell it.
They're bigger, and
I
they'll
agree.
be like a little kid will be standing there, and they'll put their booklet over the kid's head, and you're kind of like,
That's where you should just sign it like poorly, like mess it up,
Sure. Or have like a pen that doesn't work. Like, sorry. Just kidding.
It's just I don't
or
mind.
just put like a big X over it.
Sure.
I don't mind the guys that
That's not
have
what
the
you
one
wanted.
item and the guys sign it, but when someone goes up to them and has like this like 18, you know he's selling a bunch of them or looking, and it just I don't know.
I got a quick story actually about the autographs. So my uncle Gorochacha, he drives a cab and he always picks up hockey players. And this one time he had Pittsburgh Penguins with him, and he's like he took them to McDonald's, and the next day they really liked him, so they called him up, take him to the arena. I think this is back at Rexall. And I guess he was like driving into the parkade, and there was a bunch of people, right, that wanted their autographs. And he was like, "What in tarnation is going on here?" Right? So they're all like lowering their windows, trying their best, and he like grabbed a pen and started signing it.
That's great. That's awesome.
He didn't understand. He's like, "What the hell?" Yeah,
Oh, that's perfect.
There's a bunch of people up there with your uncle's signature.
exactly.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Okay, give me your speed walking story, Gager.
Oh, well, my wife was at the Olympics in Torino because she was coaching Carolina Costner, the Italian national champion figure skater, but Carolina was dating the Italian national speed walker, and so they were getting together, and they had a place in the south of Germany, and if there's an actual Netflix special with Carolina and stuff. So, but that's where he got busted for doping.
Oh.
And he kept all his steroids in her freezer at her place in Oberstdorf is the name of the town. Gorgeous little place. And Carolina got banned for a year just because of her association.
She was holding it? Because it was in
She
her.
didn't know though.
Yeah.
She didn't know. Like, and he was like, then obviously they separated. Like she lost.
I'd be pissed.
She
if I
lost
wasn't
her
looking.
marbles over this. And but yeah, it's actually on Netflix. The whole story of him doping and stuff. Because I remember getting up. I think I was in Germany at the time when he was at Tokyo, and he won the gold. And he just blew the competition away. Like he was in the pack and then and then motored off, but then got busted later. And then Carolina, like months and months of like trying to get the ban lifted and stuff, and finally just.
Well, you fight it for as long as you can.
Oh yeah, and then it actually ran out before she could get anything done. But yeah, that was my.
Interesting.
I was
not going
associated with an Olympic scandal.
Hey, that's cool.
You're right there.
I was almost
You're right there.
Scandalous.
You're part of it all. I love a good Olympic scandal. I don't know. I enjoy it. And
The Canadian
we have
cheaters.
ours right now.
Yeah.
Let's get to Hangout headlines, which is brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, offering premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. The Ranch, the place to golf this season. Book your tee time by visiting theranchgolf.com. Our Canadian women, they go 3-0. They finish with 3 points. But screw everyone else. I don't know. I'm loving this. I feel. Here's the thing. I don't think would have happened. I don't know if they win all 3 matches if it wasn't for the scandal.
You don't think so?
Oh, good point.
I think this is motivated them a little
Yes.
bit more.
Well, it had
I
to have
think,
if
like-
they wanted to move on.
Well, but that's like they're pissed. They said they were crying. They were angry. They're punching the walls and stuff. I don't know. Like going in, look, they were defending a gold medalist, but they haven't exactly been at the top. Like I think they were ranked 7th in the world. It was going to be a little difficult. I don't know if they go 3-0. I legit don't know if they actually come through this. I think this scandal is like giving them some extra motivation where they're using this as a us against the world, screw
That's
everyone
legit.
else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a
F
joke.
you all,
Yeah.
watch us. And I'm loving it.
Well, is this a normal practice of teams to try to look at practice? I don't.
Tyler Adams, who's an American soccer player, was on a podcast, I think, this week, and he said this happens. Everyone does this.
Oh, okay.
And legitimately, like outside of Canada, New Zealand, and I think now maybe a little Australia, because Australia gets knocked out because Canada went 3-0. No one else in soccer cares about this.
Yeah, you were saying.
Canada,
yeah.
Canada, we're all upset. We're all up in arms because, like, it's one of our guests yesterday, Dwayne, was even saying, like, I think maybe partly because Canada, we just believe that we're these goody two shoes. We're the country that says sorry. We don't do this. We're better than this. And we're offended that we would go and cheat, I guess. But no one cares in soccer. This isn't that big of a scandal. This isn't as Sid Sixero tweeted the one time, like, kids are now going to not want to play for Canada because of this scandal.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Did he
Get
say
outta
that?
here.
Oh, let me pull his tweet. It was like, I used to love
Dramatic
Sid Sixero
much.
as a guest on our station at 1260. He'd come on.
Yeah.
I don't mind his takes because they're quite fun. Like sometimes you
a
just
little
you
much.
need those heels. But his tweet was, if any young player decided to pass on playing international soccer for Canada going forward, I'd completely understand. If
Jesus.
any Canadian company passed on sponsoring Canada soccer, I'd understand. More damage has been done here than people realize. Like, it was like,
Clickbait.
no,
Yeah.
like,
No.
Bev Priestman will get fired. John Herdman's gone. They'll stop doing this. We're fine. FIFA did their suspension. Like, we're good. We're moving forward from this. It's over. But, like, I don't know. This happens. Like, people try to... The Americans were caught cheating not that long ago. Wasn't that big of a story. We're just really upset for some reason as Canadians.
Because we're goody two shoes and
Well, you know,
something happened, you know?
I don't. Well, I guess you guys are too young, but the Ben Johnson one,
Yeah.
like I felt that he was raked over the coals way too much.
Because the Americans did that.
Well, and
the
plus-
Americans ripped on him more, too, especially. But then Carl Lewis was caught
He was caught, and then there was
years later.
There was a UK that got busted that race too that tested positive. What was his name? Anyway, and they didn't care. He was racing again in a few years, or when he got the ban and stuff. I thought it was that was pretty brutal what they did compared to everyone else. Everyone was cheating, so it's like
Yeah, no, it's this Canadian scandal. It's not really that big of a scandal. And now we move on and we see if they can go and win a
these guys
gold.
don't have headgear on. I thought in the Olympics you had to have a headgear.
Yeah, good point.
Is this like taking off your helmet?
Maybe this is a different weight or like a different gloves, so they have different rules.
Oh, they're just pillows?
Maybe.
We're talking about boxing.
Yeah, boxing at the Olympics. We have Olympic
professional. For those of you listening,
for the,
Hey, I'm like that shooter, you know, the turkey shooter. No experience, just bam. I was gonna talk about quickly. Did you hear about the cameramen at the women's volleyball getting a talking to about not like their camera angles?
I did not.
Did you?
was it beach volleyball?
Was beach volleyball?
It was.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's tough to look away sometimes.
Some cameramen go a little extra step.
Yeah, you got to ease off on the zoom sometimes, maybe.
Bringing the camera down a little bit and shooting upwards.
It's pretty
you're
bad.
pretty obvious what you're trying to do there, dude.
Yeah.
So, but I actually didn't see that story.
Yeah, I think there's like a stat that like women get more FaceTime than men, and men get more of like their highlights and their plays.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Did not know that. He's actually, this might be for a medal. This boxing.
Oh, really?
Because I got a CBC alert saying a Canadian boxer is guaranteed a medal.
Oh.
So
then they
maybe
go
this is a final?
headgearless and then...
Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know. Andre DeGrasse, I have a bet with Jay coming up because I think the 100 meters this weekend.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, the track stuff is great.
Yeah, it
And
is.
yeah, because the first week kind of is the pool, and then we jump out of the pool and we go to the athletics. I have not watched any diving yet.
Oh, did
And
you
I
see
love-
that? Was it a South
Oh.
Korea?
Where he landed on his back.
Oh, did he?
Oh, it was just like
I think I saw it, but I thought it was a joke.
no. I think that was just he
Just real?
messed up his jump. But I usually love watching diving, but I just haven't seen it on TV or anything. I haven't watched any of it. But we go to the athletics, and Jay Milne doesn't think that. We have the bet is. He's betting against the Canadian. Why do I work with all these
What the-
anti-Canadian
I
people?
know.
I got you.
I was
What
going to
is
wear my
this?
Canadian jersey in here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
But Jay's betting that Andre DeGrasse won't get to the finals of the 100 meter, and I was like, he's going to be there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Why are so many
Jay?
ESTers not like against
Yeah.
Canada?
200 is almost a guarantee for him, though, isn't it? Like that's
That's
a
his
special.
discipline more.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Jay was saying. But I don't know. I'm going to believe in our Canadian.
Yeah.
I want to see him in the 100 because that is my event of the Olympics.
Really?
The Summer Olympics, I want to watch the men's 100 meter. If I could only watch one event,
Weird.
it's going to be the men's 100 meter final. I want to see that.
It's so fast.
Well, but it's
Over.
the things that matter to me, like I think, or still like hold the weight in the world. I think world's fastest man holds
Legit.
weight,
That's cool because anybody can do. Like everybody's capable of doing that. Really. Well,
and
you know.
a heaviest man or world's boxing heavyweight title of the year, or like heavyweight title. I think those two just still hold a prestige.
Oh, there is.
So the
It's
100
most
meter-
money.
Well, but I just think being able to say I have I'm the
fast.
boxing world heavyweight title,
Yeah.
like holder. That means something. And then to say I'm the world's fastest man right now, and then it's that from the Olympics.
I like the 400. That's my favorite. Well, that's the race I used to run as a kid in high school and stuff. So
Something that stood out to me was Katie Ledecky in USA.
Mm-hmm.
So she swam 1,500 meters yesterday.
Oh,
I
God,
was
yeah.
like, are you serious? Because you would just see her. And then all other swimmers were just like, we're still behind her another lap. And I was just like, first of all, incredible, 1,500 meters. I would be exhausted. Like just watching, I'm like, they must be just so tired. But that sort of like athleticism is incredible. And I think she beat everybody by 15 seconds.
Hey, did you see the top times over the last 10 years? All the top times it's all her. Like the top 20.
Oh, yeah.
The top 20 times for the 1,500 at whatever.
She's tied for the most overall Olympic gold medals of any American woman in
Yeah,
history.
yeah.
For gold medals. Yeah.
Like it's just her. Like she's
Speaking
crazy.
of America, sorry.
But I just thought it was the thing about
really
the pool I have though is
crazy
like
to watch.
there's so many medals that could be won in the pool.
I know it's unfair.
Like, yeah, Michael Phelps has all these medals. So does Katie Ledecky. But if you go box, like you only can go get one medal
Yeah.
for your discipline. So it's just.
Okay.
She's also American, so I'm just always like, give me Summer McIntosh. She won that one race by a big.
Yeah.
Who was that?
How old
400
is she,
meter or
17?
something.
That's-
She's 17. This
amazing.
isn't like
Yeah. She's gonna dominate.
this isn't
for a
her
while.
prime for the Olympics.
Yeah.
This isn't her time to go do well necessarily in the pool, but she's going to do well in the pool. So wait till 4 years from now in LA where Summer McIntosh is going to be the story of
Yeah.
the Canadian Olympics. Well, she already is, but I think, give her 4 years, she's just going to absolutely dominate that pool.
Have you guys watched the surfing at all?
I love the surfing.
It's
Yes.
so
Yeah,
good.
I tuned in.
I think it's on right now.
I want to see a shark.
Wow.
It's
Just want to see them like get scared, and
Yeah, I mean, I want everybody to be safe, but
I want to go cover it.
let's get some drama in there.
it's one of the most dangerous places to surf on the planet, though.
Is it Tahiti?
No way.
No, that break. I watched the beginning. Well, my brother explained it to me, and we watched it.
So that spot in Tahiti
Yeah.
is like one of the
Because
really
the drop, it goes from like 150 feet to 2 feet, so it makes that perfect wave every time, right? But if they that's why they bail quick, or you see the sea-doo come in and rescue them, because they're in 2 feet of water, and the waves are like 2.5, 3 meters tall, and that it would hit them and crush them into the coral reef.
Whoa.
So, and there was this girl on there, and just total surfer girl, and she was like talking about it, and it's great, it's awesome, but it's so dangerous.
I fell in love with it when it came into the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah.
I threw it on. And I was like, this is awesome.
And it has the picture of the Olympics, like that Brazilian guy with that picture.
Yes.
It's unreal.
Where he just was up in the air.
Yeah, he's up in the air.
But I've watched it all weekend. Like I threw it on one of my laptops just running. 1050 it comes back on.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's, what do we got today? We've got, where was it? We've
it's
got
round
the
4, isn't it?
men's and women's quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, yeah.
Of it. I also love the skateboarding.
I haven't seen any. When does it come on? I can't
It was
see it.
so the
You got to get the gym.
Yeah, you gotta go on the
I'm
CBC
also working.
app. Well,
listening to you guys.
You two
You want to know
screens.
something? I'll say it's the Olympics. You could turn us off for a little bit. I'll say that. You know, I have it on all the time.
Yeah, just
you have to
beating
watch.
the death of the Leon Draisaitl contract.
You
Thank
have
you,
to
God.
watch. You can always put us on podcast later. Watch the
I do
Olympics as they
sometimes,
happen.
but so I want to chime in.
We'll just chime in without knowing what we're talking about.
Done that before by
Send us
accident.
text about things.
I almost chime in way too much.
Me too.
And I'm like,
reel it
oh
in.
God, they don't want to hear from me.
Same.
Whatever.
Same. I'm like, you've been texting sorry, ignore that text.
But the skateboarding, so they had the men's, women's street, I think, already take place.
Yeah.
And next week, the park takes
yeah.
place. But they were earlier. They were like 4 or 5 in the morning starts or something. So a little bit too early for me.
Oh, okay, that's why.
So but yeah, it's the CBC Gem, or you just go to cbc.ca/Olympics or something, and you could pick whatever event you want. That's like what I'm on right now.
Yeah, you just it's
I have
great.
that.
Canada does a
I
great
have it.
job, or like CBC does a great job with their Olympic coverage of. You could watch whatever you want.
Aren't they like one of the tops? Or
Yes,
what? Yeah,
they are. Our Olympic coverage is highly regarded.
Yeah.
around
Better
the
than
world.
NBC?
Oh, not even close.
But NBC shows celebrities.
NBC, NBC goes too far, I think, sometimes with that stuff. CBC, and the Canadian broadcast, they focus on the sports.
Yeah.
And they also don't focus on the Canadians always.
Yes.
Like, that's the thing.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
If a Canadian does well, obviously we're going to talk about it. Obviously we're going to show it.
Yeah.
But they are very good
Yeah.
at highlighting all the sports and all the top
Bob
athletes.
Costas is nauseating on there. It's America.
And that's the Americans.
Yeah.
Now, they do that all the time. They also
Yeah.
get a lot of medals. They
Yeah.
only focus on America. And you don't
Fair
know
enough.
what's going on outside of what America
Yeah.
And so the CBC and
Just
the
like
Canadians.
their country.
Exactly, though.
Yeah.
You're right, though. That's fact.
But then that's where the NBC until this year, I think this year they've actually finally joined 2024. They would only show events in prime time.
Yeah.
So while the Olympics obviously in Paris are happening from like 4 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon or whatever it is our time, Americans wouldn't get to watch things live. They'd have to wait till prime time. But you already know what happens.
Yeah.
Whereas Canada's always,
It's 24,
since we've
yeah.
gone to the internet age and stuff, they're showing you it all. They show you throughout the day, but then there's the primetime coverage. So if you throw on later tonight, you could watch all the big stuff happening. If you didn't watch anything, CBC will give you all the events that are important.
Yeah.
But in America, that's all they got. Like their gymnastics, they've I think finally, they had like 12 million people watch yesterday afternoon as their gymnastics team won.
Yeah.
Which is huge. But before you wouldn't have been able to watch it live. You would have had to wait till primetime.
I see.
That's why the Canadian coverage is generally regarded as much better. Tommy and I have talked about would love to cover an Olympics one time.
Oh my gosh.
So it's on my board for the 2028 LA Olympics. It's on
Manifesting?
It's manifesting. I'll be on that.
awesome.
I showed Dusty that, and he's just like, he was going to wipe it off. It's like, nope. We've got 4 years. We can plan EST.
Yeah.
At the very least, Tommy and I will just bring the Hangout down there.
To LA, why not?
We can make it work.
I want to come too.
We'll just bring the Hangout.
The Hangout will be down there.
Yeah, Dusty and then the boys, they could do their stuff here.
We'll do the Hangout in Hermosa.
But we'll do it, yeah. We'll go and we'll just cover the Olympics, and we'll fly in drones places and get caught and make scandals. And
Have margaritas.
is that the thing of LA?
Is it? No,
What would be a drink of LA?
Martinis. Cosmo.
Yeah,
No,
but-
Cosmo's New York.
I don't know.
Man,
I should ask my
very
daughter.
chill.
She was just there for 2 weeks.
What is? I don't.
I don't know what you like that.
I would
Like
go
no
margarita.
calories, zero
Margarita.
calories
Yeah,
or
you're
something.
kind of closer to
Yeah.
Mexico than I'd go
Yeah.
margarita.
I like a good margarita.
Go to the taco shop at the mall.
I've wanted to go. It looks amazing.
It's
It like the decoration, the core of it.
It's
looks
awesome,
just
isn't
in
it?
itself
It's
worth
awesome.
going inside.
yeah. I hate Mo for that. He's always hits it out of the park with that. But it's really nice. Really nice.
This is the EST Hangout. Matt Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Jasmine with you here on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Tune in iHeartRadio, as well as those watching on YouTube. The Canadians chat for tapping his shoulder. I think he thinks he won.
He does. I don't think
think
he
he-
did though.
He did. Oh! So what does that mean? Is that an Olympic gold? Well, the way that girl's screaming, it looks like he might have won an Olympic gold.
Yeah,
He's pretty
That's
pumped.
that's mom and dad right there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's celebrating. Okay, CBC is usually pretty quick at sending out notifications of what happened here. Did we just win an Olympic gold in boxing?
Aw. The agony of defeat.
The success of
Canada
winning.
just won.
Well, we did something. Or maybe this is on. Maybe he won or is guaranteed a medal or something.
Or is this the
What else
replay?
is going on?
Quarterfinal.
Oh, that was just a quarterfinal.
Wow.
Great. Off with you.
Well, I thought we were like watching a medal contender there or something. But okay.
What's
well,
the
that's-
girl's name? The American girl in the sevens that's super popular. Like she's on Instagram
What's
everywhere.
the rugby sevens?
Yeah. She has a unique name. Ikora.
The Americans or the Canadians?
American.
American.
She's great. She's like documenting everything. She's kind of funny. It's funny how the personalities
know.
that come out of the Olympics, right? Like
Well,
it's-
because you don't get it in hockey season, you know.
No, yeah, I don't get anything.
You get that in basketball.
Yeah, you do.
That's what makes basketball a lot of fun too. It is the personalities.
I'll always say that. Even NFL, like,
Their personalities come out a bit.
yeah, it's like a hit or miss. I guess.
Baseball, it doesn't really, but
No.
they're also just, it's such a long drag.
Exactly.
It's her. She's quite funny.
No.
What's the name?
Her name's weird. It's like Iona Meyer. Iona?
Yeah.
Iona?
Yeah.
And she's a
TikToks, eh?
yeah, she's really
Must be young.
quite funny.
You say must be young.
Yeah, sorry.
'Cause she's on
Mutter that
TikTok?
into it, Yeah.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
You don't have it on your app to look at?
No.
I have it
Really?
on. I got to get it off.
It's
It could be very addicting.
It's
Been
terrible.
I took it off years. Like I put it on in like 2020, 2021, something like that. And then I took it off after like 6 months because I'd be on it for a long time. Because it's like, you'd be like, I'll just do a
Never
couple
ending,
more.
right? Yeah.
And you flip and then it's like,
You,
oh, I
you
could
look
do
at
a
the
couple
clock.
more. I
It's
could do a
been
couple more.
45 minutes.
So I
did
took it
find-
off. I put it back on. And now it's like, I've been actually pretty good at only doing it for a short period of time, but I need to take it off again.
I love it.
That's
think
because
it
you have self control in that sense. Like, even
But
like,
it's hard on that app. It's designed to keep it addicting.
you gotta like put it somewhere else on your phone. That's what I do with my social media apps. I like my Twitter. I have it on a different screen, so I'm not like,
Yeah, but I could always go to it.
just want to click it.
It's not hard to do.
Have
a
you guys
couple.
watched The Social Dilemma? Is that what it's
Yes.
called?
It's brilliant.
Because I guarantee, because I'm not looking at it. It'll start going off soon, just with stuff. Touch me, look at me.
That's right. Like Instagram, I only use.
Phone?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't use Instagram except for the DMs.
Hmm.
I have a couple group chats in there. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Snapchat. I love Twitter and I love Reddit. Well, I don't love Twitter. I have a love-hate relationship with Twitter, as we all do.
I hate Snapchat. My daughter's always taking pictures of me and her together. Like there's like, we'll get in the car. There'll be 10 pictures that she's
You'll miss that. You better
Nope.
enjoy it.
No, but
not a chance.
and then eventually, when she's moved out, Gage is just gonna take pictures of himself just to feel normal. Reddit's also amazing though.
Yeah, Reddit's great.
Reddit's great for information.
Really?
I always turn to Reddit for stuff.
There's always like, and you could get in if you figure out Reddit, you can get into the subreddits, and there's a lot that comes into it. But like, that's where I get a lot of articles. I see articles get posted there, and the best part of it is you go into the comments and you scroll through the comments, and there'll be some crappy comments in there, but there'll also be like that time where they're talking about something major, and this guy's like, I'm an expert in this field, and this is what this means, and then people are like, yeah, I'm in the field too, and yeah, you're right, or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm learning some stuff. It's like crowdsourcing of information, and like, you know, if you read an article, you're not fully understanding it, you could help somebody will help. Because somebody has the exact same question you have in the article, in like the comments, and then somebody's answering it, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm kind of guided in the right direction.
Like for travel, I always ask around, like, you know, for tips. I went to South Carolina last.
Heard South Carolina's amazing.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Where'd you go? Myrtle Beach?
Great beaches too.
What am I, 50?
Isn't that smart? They supposed to have a great beach?
Yeah.
I heard, okay, but Reddit told me don't go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spent my time there at the plantations and whatnot. But like Reddit, I asked Reddit and like I got such a good response. And I even asked questions like, should I wear high heels? Like, what type of shoe wear? They're like,
Which
no, there's
subreddit did you go
cobblestone.
into for this?
I don't know.
Oh. I'm just curious, which like was this just a regular
Maddie's
Ask
nerding out.
Reddit, or did you go into like the South Carolina page, or?
No, I did actually.
Where'd you
and
go,
like
Charleston?
the tourism. Charleston, that's right. Yeah.
Should have gone to Myrtle Beach. Just down the road.
Have you
Bunch
ever
of
been?
families and kids.
You've been to
I
South
don't want to do
Carolina?
that.
Great.
Yeah,
good time.
it's cool.
He just needed to flex that he went.
The Stingray.
That's also not even like. That's
I was
also
only
not
there
even
for
like
hockey.
full. You know, that's not a full
I
ringing
went to Myrtle
endorsement.
Beach.
That's okay.
Savannah's neat. Savannah's kind of cool.
That would be
But no, it's because the South Carolina Stingrays. That's where sometimes I'd play games there when I got demoted to the East Coast League.
What, like 2 people show up?
No, it's packed. Actually.
it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That's where like actually the coach of the. It's a lot of coaches in the NHL come out of there. Jared Bednar, Jason Fitzsimmons was a goalie consultant, kind of scout with the Capitals, and the new coach from San Jose, who came out of the Stingrays organization too. So
Who's the new coach again? I never remember.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. He'll be fired in 3 years.
Yeah.
And they'll be hiring a new coach because the plan would be that you're
Yeah.
getting better. It's ready to get better, and you fire the next coach. We've seen that. Portions of this hour of the EST Angle brought to you by the Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of EST, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, hiveproductmarketing.com. Actually, I'm talking with Chelsea at the Hive about trophies for the Esties right now. So I've got to plan some trophies and find some trophies and get that locked in. As starting August 12th here on the station, Dusty was talking about it on the morning show a bit. I've got a full schedule where each day we're going to be talking about 1 or 2 categories of the Esties, and we're looking for nominations. We're looking for ideas, and we're throwing out to the Nasties because you guys know as well as we do. We got a couple of ideas for some of the nominations for them, but we're going to be looking for more. And there's the key 4 awards. Like
what
the
are the
Grammys have.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
is it? Best
supporting?
album recording. It's album, record of the year, song of the year, best new artist. Oscars have best actor, actress, director, best picture. We're going with, what do I have as the 4? Show of the year, episode of the year, moment of the year, AM Nasty of the year.
Wow.
Nice.
Those are our big 4.
I love it.
We also have Hangout of the year, Hangout guest of the year. There's a few others. Text of the year, Texture of the year, which is the overall body of work.
Wow.
So there's quite a few that is going to come up. Song of the year. So there's a lot. So that's starting August 12th, but I need the trophies for this because September 17th is coming very soon.
Wow.
For real. For real. That one is my favorite.
Which one?
A Teep song.
Oh.
You know, we're at the
Yeah,
Nasty
I
Bash
guess
roll singing.
I don't even have him on my nomination. So yeah, he'd have to go into
Why
the
weren't you at the
nomination.
Nasty Bash, sir?
I had to work.
Please.
Casino?
No. My actual job.
Oh, at night?
I had to get plans done, and I don't have
You
a
could
lot
have
of
stopped
self.
in after.
No, I don't have self control when it comes to those things, and I had a meeting the next morning at 10. So
Okay. We also have event of the year. That's one of our things. Best event overall of the year. The Nasty Bash is a nominee.
oh yeah, of course.
So much
So
fun.
keep it locked to September
Everybody's
12th.
so amazing. The Nasties are just like the nicest, kindest people in the world.
That golf tournament was something else too.
Can you refresh that, by the way?
Well, that broadcast is over, so I got to switch to something else. So
Being
don't worry.
demanding.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
Can you?
Like, also, not even just like,
Yeah.
what do you think I was stretching for?
Change it.
What do you think I was going for there? Like, for those that aren't watching on YouTube, we have the laptop set behind the Two Hoots box, which is the official drink of the Hangout, and I have the Olympics on. And it's our coverage for that ended, and I'm stretching for it. And you're saying, "Can you please change that?" What do you think I was doing there?
I thought you were stretching.
Yeah, because this is the natural stretch that you do on the show, just with one arm towards the laptop.
Now you're going for your coffee, okay? Sorry.
The coffee cup's here, and it's over. Oh, I'm not going into this. So, do we want day 6 coverage? Do we want basketball coverage? Do we want?
Who's playing basketball?
It's like they go all over the place. We'll go with just primetime coverage. Scott Russell in his final Olympics. We'll just put
Is
that
this
on.
the final one for him?
His final Olympics. And then I'm assuming Andy Petrillo will take over. She'll be the new voice of the Olympics for Canada as we head into
Is he retiring
2026.
completely? Is that?
I think so. I think he's just retiring from broadcast overall.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for now
long
quite a
time.
while. He would have been, because Brian Williams jumped from CBC to CTV to do the Olympics of 10 and 12 when CTV and Rogers and all of them bought those Olympics. And then I think 14 it went back to CBC. And I don't know if Ron McLean or Scott Russell was the main voice of 14. But then maybe as of 16 he would have been, 14 was Sochi. I can't remember. He's been doing it for a while.
Yeah,
though.
he's been doing it for.
Because he's also been doing the Saturday show,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's been doing all of that. I love that CBC still does like the Saturday sports, like the skiing and all that stuff.
Oh,
where
yeah.
You're not getting it on TSN or Sportsnet.
No,
they give you that?
No.
Big Brother?
I was literally about to
You
say
just
that
read my
very
mind,
thing.
eh? Yeah.
Why do you say that, Gager? What's wrong with
it's
Big Brother?
it's terrible.
It's a competition.
That everybody can do, including yourself.
There's the athletics part to it. There's the mental part to it. There's the social aspect to it.
I understand it. It's fascinating.
Have
looking
you watched
into,
it?
Oh, I watched like
Okay.
the first. I remember when it first came out, and I
Year
was
2000.
actually. Yeah, I was going to Europe to play, and I was like, I don't want to miss this show. I almost bought like the
Live feeds?
live
wow.
feeds.
I've done
Yeah.
it twice.
Oh my
They don't have
god!
it this season, right?
I'll
Okay.
have I'll explain that in a second.
Okay.
But so then I'm like, no. But then they had it over there too, obviously.
The
but,
U.S. version or their own version?
No, their own version.
Because it started in Germany, I think.
Yeah.
And they took the idea from. There's a European one. They took the idea one for American. I think it might have been Germany.
But the German one, when I played in Germany, it was a year long. Like and it was a compound. And if you didn't do something right, you had to go to the skids. Like they were sleeping on the floor in a broken down house, so like with no heat. Like they had to build a fire and stuff. Where the other place was all posh and nice. Like it was. I mean, it was in German, but I could kind of understand a little bit of it. But it was way more in depth. Like there was relationships formed and.
like
was-
showmances?
Oh yeah,
That happens
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
but not like
also
that.
Natural.
It's I love Big Brother. I've watched it since 2000. I was 9.
Same.
I've-
George?
Was he? Yeah, he wasn't the first.
He
And
was
they,
the first one.
they had a dog too, a 3-legged dog in the
Oh,
first
yeah,
season.
that's right. They had animals at the beginning.
And they had
yeah.
chickens
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And then the Big Brother's not. I wish they went back to what it was like in the first 13 seasons or whatever, where they had peanut butter and jelly. That was their big thing.
Yeah,
They would do luxury competitions to win various things.
Yeah.
I miss luxury
Yeah,
competitions.
I do too. That's a good one.
And there was more drama, and production didn't get involved as much. Now production's involved, so it's not as good.
Mm.
That's why the Canadian one was better than the American one, and I'm sad the Canadian one's over.
I was telling Maddie that the thing with the Canadian one is that people think Canadians are all nice and stuff. We're not. We're like vicious. I think the USA ones, I find those people to be more, less ruthless than Canadians.
Oh.
That's why I think there's so much drama in the Canada one. But whatever, they're not, there's no more Canada, unfortunately.
I'm hoping somebody maybe picks it up.
Yeah.
Pennies does say Angela is crazy.
Okay, let's get into this.
And Norm's saying, I don't
Sorry,
Norm,
Gage, take
I'm
a
0 for
nap
3,
in.
count me out. I don't know what you mean by
the
that.
Olympics here.
There's plenty of time to get. We're only through one eviction. Today's eviction 2. You have lots of time to jump in and be part of the Big Brother conversation of the building as we move forward. Because Dusty used to watch it. He's too busy now to watch it. But now I only have one other person to talk to. You could join this conversation.
You can watch it on Global.
No,
for free
Oh,
online.
the live feeds, by the way, they're on Pluto TV in the States. That's
Okay.
that free app.
Yeah.
If you know how to VPN stuff,
Okay.
you could switch to an American VPN and you get it for free.
Okay.
I did it for 2 years. I was young. Dusty wanted me to give him a password. I said, no, give me money for it. And he didn't like that, and he never did. He's like,
That's
"You've
nice
already-"
of you.
Huh?
That's not nice of you.
I'm some young producer of 1260, and he's the morning host, and he's going to leech off of me when I'm like
Yeah.
3 years into my broadcast career.
Throw me a bone here.
Not everybody has
Give me
my
a couple
passwords.
bucks.
All my streaming services.
This is
I'm
like
their HR daddy.
This is like 2012. Give me some money. I'm still living at home and stuff. He's the morning host. I still watched it. He didn't. It was great.
Okay, so Twitter, it just stopped giving spoilers, right? Like House of Dragons, for example. It, like you would have to go in and search it to see like any spoilers or whatnot if you didn't see the episode. Reason I'm asking is because the live feeds, I don't see it, but I search Big Brother or Bachelorette or whatever. Just needed to, talk with the Bachelorette too quick. But yeah, like I'll search and go see, but it doesn't just come up on my normal feed.
the mic.
I'm gonna kill
You'll
you.
learn that part. You don't start talking to the mic and then, but you see, and then I go side.
Oh my God. Okay.
We're gonna need to get those lav mics that are clip on for
Oh,
her.
yeah. Headset. Britney Spears, the thing.
No, my hair.
The Britney Spears one, you can
You can get the little ones that go around.
I like to go away from the mic sometimes.
Like the
'cause I feel
Scott Russell right
my
now.
voice can be annoying.
See,
Yeah, that one.
that's the one you want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's sick. It's beige.
But so what? Like what you want spoilers, or you don't want spoilers?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't see. I used to follow Big Brother people on Twitter, and then unfollowed them all because
They're uninteresting after the.
no, it's just I don't want spoilers.
Then
And it's like,
okay.
and when I'm fully caught up, then I'll start like. I haven't been caught up until this week with Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now I might go onto the Reddit of Big Brother and read what's happening.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I do like. Well, you get to see what I don't know. You get to read what other people are saying in conversation. Plus, people watch the live feeds and tell you what's going on, so you don't have to watch the live feeds. But I got to start watching the live feeds.
If
'Cause
you
I'm
want
caught
a
up.
really good reality TV show, it's the one my wife and we watch together, which is we've watched probably the last 6 years. Is that show Alone?
I never heard of this one.
What? I haven't heard of it either.
It's
Alone?
fantastic. It's 10 contestants. They're dropped off with 10 items in like close to the Arctic Circle and have to survive.
Well, this is the synopsis on Google. Participants are forced to use their wits when left in the wilderness with nothing but a backpack, struggling with harsh weather, hostile locations, and aggressive wildlife.
Yeah. So, and last one standing. They're alone, so they
Yeah,
don't.
so there's no drama
Oh yeah, there is.
between each other.
It's like
No,
Survivor.
but-
I would never go on Survivor, but I can go on Big Brother, and you would too.
No, I would do Alone. I wouldn't last 2 days, but the isolation. They start going crazy because they have to video themselves. So you're seeing how they're just deteriorating mentally.
I will say Big Brother messes, they go crazy.
Well, they
Yeah.
keep them
Because-
up though, don't they?
There's some of
Yeah.
that, but you're also stuck in a house if you go a long time for like 60 days, and that's all you know. You can't go anywhere else. And we used to work with a guy that was on Big Brother. We actually worked with a couple people, but one of them, I remember talking to him about it, and he's like, when you leave the house, you're messed up.
I believe
You're
that.
fully like, because you're just not used to the world.
Crazy.
You've missed a lot of things. You're in this one location. You can't go anywhere. You only get so much sunlight.
Do they offer support and help after? Do you know that?
You know, I didn't ask.
I bet you
type
could
of
do
person
now.
I am.
That's wild. I
They
would
better.
imagine so. Like that's.
But it can
yeah.
really mess with you being in Big Brother. And like he was like, I don't think he's still fully recovered.
So, yeah, I could see that because in Alone, they had like a lot of people. They like it gets down to 2 people. They've been out there for 3 months or whatever, all alone, and they're basically close to death. But then they had a one episode where they were all going to come back, like the top people again, and do it. And it was funny because these people that did so well the time before got into like a week and they quit because their bodies
Great.
were
What
so
a waste of time to watch.
well, no, but this was like the Champions League of it, and people just quit after a week because I'm not doing that again to my body.
Yeah.
They knew what the one guy took. It took 8 months to get back to normal.
Duck Dad and VR Montenegro both saying it's a great show.
Yeah.
Oh.
The one that actually is very sport-like is The Challenge. it has evolved. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the challenge on MTV.
I love that show, but this season it wasn't on. It was on only on MTV or something.
Yeah, you have to stream it or something.
That's a great show.
So it used to be a lot more about getting drunk and partying and doing these sports events and all that. Now it's like it's full on like these athletic challenges, which you go, this is insane. I don't know how they're
like
forcing
the best
people
of the best.
Absolutely, and they're doing season 40 is about to launch, and they're bringing back some big contestants. But it's full sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's like you could watch that, and there is the Big Brother type element to it of the gameplay.
Yeah.
But the athletics that they have to do, the challenges they have to do, you sit there and be like, this is unreal. I can't believe they're forcing someone to do this. They did it. They brought it to CBS a couple summers ago. They did a CBS version of it, and like so many people were quitting the final because they couldn't finish it. Like it was just too harsh for them. And one person won that shouldn't have won. Production got involved. I hate when production gets involved.
I sent Maddie an article yesterday about Angela
From Big Brother.
Yeah, from Big Brother.
Jesus.
If you Google
She's a plant.
her, the
She's gotta
production
be.
plant. Yeah, see, she basically, if you Google her, you can find the article. She had some issues with her family, and I think Dr. Phil was involved. So
She was on a Dr. Phil show. So I don't know if she had issues with her family or if they played that up to be on that show.
right.
I don't trust her now. And then she comes on Big Brother and does some really weird things. She's just trying to be on television. She's just trying to get a name for herself. She's trying to get TV time. I hate those people on Big
Do you
Brother.
think that's what it is?
Yes.
I actually do think she
100%. I don't think she's crazy. I think she knows what she's doing
I
here.
think she's crazy, and she knows the game a bit here. Like I wish Matt stayed.
Okay, so she
Spoiler alert.
she sat in her head of household room. She watched. They have a little spy camera to see what's going
Talking
on.
to herself.
She watched it and she immediately thought, "This guy's he's rallying everyone that's he's talking to right now against
she's
me."
making
So she came downstairs and
things
she
up.
called him out for it, and she just like belittled. Like it was really weird.
It's weird.
I don't think she's crazy. I think she knows what she's doing because she then gets TV time. Because immediately Big Brother's like, "Oh, we're gonna air this on the show." She knows what she's doing.
No, because
she's been on
you're
how many
putting
TV
a target
shows?
on your back. You know you're not
She
going to
doesn't
play
care.
the next week.
She doesn't care.
That's why she's crazy.
No, it's because she just wants TV time. She's just trying to be in front of the cameras.
Okay, well, I also follow Janelle.
Yeah,
From Big Brother.
she's a legend.
Yeah, she's
You know
such a
who Janelle
legend.
is.
I love
Right,
her.
Janelle.
So she
Then
was
why are you
saying,
laughing?
I just the names and
Oh,
stuff.
she's been on like 5 times.
she's
What?
Because she's like one of the legends of the game. Like if you,
she ever win?
no, which is the thing. Like
Yeah, she deserved
She
it.
is considered one of the best without even having won.
Yeah.
But
What
that's
makes-
why
She's
she's
what
one of
makes
the
her
best.
the
challenge
best?
until
She was a
it's
comp
exhausted.
beast.
Yeah.
She
what?
would go out the competition
Oh, she
beast.
won the-
She'd go win. She'd get far. She'd
Yeah.
always make that one little fatal error that would kick her out.
Yeah.
That
What?
would get her out.
What?
And she was a good person. I liked
A little bit of that, being
Yeah.
too good, so trusting someone.
Oh.
When she was at her best, like I think the first season she won like 4 power vetoes or something, or like 5. Like she set a record for the amount of wins she had in a season or something.
like freaking monster.
Will is the best of all time.
Obviously, Will's a goat.
Dan is
Funniest
next.
game. Yeah, Dan's great.
Dan should have won twice. He got robbed. I don't know. I'm not a big Derek guy, but Derek deserves some
I'm
respect.
like Derek played the cleanest game he could, and I respect that.
In the first year he ever won, yes. I don't know. Did he ever come back? No, he didn't come back. So
His
he just
brother,
had the one.
maybe it was
No,
no,
he
it was
had Cody.
Paulie's brother.
No, yeah, but he coached Cody up, and Cody won the
Cody,
All Star,
yeah.
and I hated that.
Yeah, me too.
That whole thing. Nicole, I'm not a fan of.
No, me neither. I was not happy about that. Okay, wait. Let's get into the season before Gager takes a nap.
We'll talk more about this on Two Guys in the
Oh,
Bowl.
yeah,
Me,
sure.
you, and Cass.
I wonder if Cass doesn't watch it. No way.
I don't think Cass would watch a single reality show. I don't think he does not seem like a guy
I
that
don't
has the
think so.
time to sit down
No.
and watch Survivor, Amazing Race, what any of those.
But he still has time to play video games once in a while with
Fortnite,
buddies.
right?
Yeah, I think so. And this little COD.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I was just watching this.
Oh no, you were gonna go into something Big Brother before.
No. I would say nothing. There's so much to talk about. I feel like with Big Brother. So there is. It's just like it's just so dramatic right off the bat. I love the cast because sometimes you get to feel the cast off the bat, and you're like, ugh, like this cast is whatever, and it usually is whatever throughout the season until later in the season. Right off the bat, everybody's so different. You have different personalities. They all kind of seem pretty intelligent for the most part, except Angela. But Angela kind of knows what she was doing.
I think Angela. I think she is intelligent, and she's just acting crazy to be on TV, to get the TV cuts.
I don't know. I don't believe you, but I don't believe that. I think she knows what was going on with the alliance, quote unquote, yesterday. Like, she's analyzing everything. She's watching.
She didn't know if it was like, well, if people are sitting together, there's a chance it's an alliance.
100%.
Doesn't take much.
And once the 9 to midnight slot opens up at EST, I guess you guys can have the Big Brother.
Well, so then this is what sucks about Canada Big Brother being canceled, because while that was happening, I threw out and you said like we should do a Big Brother podcast.
100.
There was no time to get it done for the US. Yeah. So now if we're gonna do, we have to wait till a year to get a Big Brother podcast, because I was legit gonna be like, we're doing it in Canada.
Oh, Maddie,
once a week we could recap.
Yeah, 100%.
But now we can't until next year.
Some things about Big Brother. So Mackenzie has that power. I don't know why she went. What's the HOH's name right now?
I see this is too early in the year.
That's the head of household for everybody.
Well, thank you. The POV's power of veto. Forgot I should have had that one cleared a little sooner.
I know.
I don't know everyone's names yet. It's too early.
And they don't actually, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but they focus on certain players, on each episode. It's not everybody.
Exactly. And that's why Angela is being smart, because she's getting a focus because she's done crazy things. So they're emphasizing her. She knows what she's doing get on camera.
She gets like that snippet at the beginning, like, and Angela loses her marbles again. Yeah.
She's playing for the cuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, so Mackenzie has this power, and I don't think she should have told HOH without like kind of a bond or
you don't tell anyone your power.
Yeah, I don't know why she's tripping.
Not even your alliance.
I like her though, because she just seems like such a nice person. I think that's why she's kind of getting taken advantage of a bit here.
She's gonna lose.
And
you
she
don't
told
win
Tucker,
by being nice.
Was it Tucker, the guy from Boston?
Yeah, because he called her out.
Yeah, but she shouldn't. But
she has no poker face. She's awful.
You know what? That Matt getting out of the house must have affected her a lot.
That's probably the best thing for her.
Yes and no.
Do not get into showmans.
Yeah, they were already off the bat.
Especially in week 1. Now you're just calling for a target the entire season.
Yeah, they're dumb. They shouldn't have done that.
Is when you get into a relationship while on the show.
Like, they already started like sleeping, like not
that sleeping,
like in the next to each other or whatever. Like, just too close. Like, you don't do that. Come on.
Why not?
Because everybody knows.
Now it's a pair. Now it's an alliance. You know for sure you're going to watch each other's back. And like you try to hide your alliances, but when there's a showman, you can't hide that. So it's like immediately, okay, you two, like hypothetically, we're in the house and you guys have a showman. Just saying. I then know you guys aren't taking me.
100%.
Are they all
you're going to cut me before
single
her
going in there, or is there married people?
No, there's married people going in there. There's people that have
children,
have had children. There's people that have relationships. There've been relationships ruined because they've gone into the house and gone into showmances.
Longest relationships last from Big Brother though.
100% more than Bachelor. Like Bachelor, I don't think is anything. There are multiple relationships that have come from Big Brother. They're still together to this day.
And have children.
They're married. They have children. Yeah. There's at least
thriving.
There are 4 that I know of, off the top of my head.
Oh, that's awful.
I think there's 8 couples.
Overall?
I think.
I know that there's I know the 4, like Danielle and what the hell, Dominic. There's Rachel and Brendan.
Yeah.
There's Jordan and Jeff.
Yeah, Jordan
and there's Jeff. Nicole and Victor, but they never played together.
Oh, right. They play on different seasons.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is it like mixers? Is there Big Brother mixers for all the people, like Bachelor?
Every year.
Yeah.
After they all go to like Vegas or something and they party and like, so there's like the 2 types of Big Brother people, it seems, in like Canada and the US. There's those that's like never let it go and are at everything. They go to every party every year. They go to Vegas after and they're there. And then there's those that did it and are like, okay, this isn't my life. I'm going to get back to my life and this doesn't define me.
Yeah.
There's the difference there.
I stopped watching Bachelor or whatever because they
Bachelorette right now.
Is it? Yeah. So yeah, no, they were mixers and they were planning how they were going to be the 2 at the end or something. Both got kicked off. That was the last time I.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, so like this mixer beforehand, before the show?
Yeah, they knew each other from before and were talking, and then.
Well, so this happened. So this is why I got upset with Big Brother All Stars, is that all the people kind of knew each other, and Derek, who wasn't going in, he planned stuff for Cody. He planned alliances. So when Cody got in the house, there was these alliances predetermined that really weren't discovered right off the bat, and it became a boring season.
It was, and you kind of know everybody's game already. Hence why Janelle gets out, right?
And it was one of those where it's like everyone just agreed with everyone, and there was no drama, and it was just like, okay, we're just going through the motions here. 100%. Screw you all. Yeah. Give me Big Brother Canada. Yeah. Give me Spicy V, who was messy, who was just a disaster, but she brought on great television.
Jesus.
I want to be able to cut away Gager and not think.
Oh,
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Or be like, what would I do? What would you do?
That's why my wife watches these. Like, she watches The Housewives and stuff. It's just mindless television. It's terrible. But it turns you off for a few hours, I guess. Right?
Janelle did post that Matt, when he was in the house, she had said that he was like in the hammock talking that he wanted to become an influencer after this.
See, and this is also the problem with Big Brother now. Back in the day, you'd get people that just wanted to play Big Brother.
Yeah.
Now they get either
They see dollar signs at
But
the
that's
end
like
of
the
it.
there's either
Bachelorette,
those
just
that
all
come
that.
on because they want to become influencers after,
can't stand
or
it.
they were just stars on social media and Big Brother, the producers go find them and be like, hey, do you want to play in this reality show? And they know nothing about the game.
Yeah.
And there's very few people that actually
like
know
that.
the game. What?
When you don't know the game.
I don't like that at all because you don't care. Like, you're now just trying to become a celebrity. And it's like, what kind of celebrity are you going to be?
Not the influence. Like when people are like, they're not as expert as, you know.
Not a super fan, but also not influencers?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Leah is one that I think she said that she's just recently started watching Big Brother rather than like from the beginning. I kind of like that because it's a little bit of this.
But then as long as they're not trying to become social media celebs.
Yeah.
yeah,
But too many now come on and try to.
Yeah, and like production needs to really get on it before they hire these people.
But that's all Bachelor. That's all they are.
yeah, I know, which pisses me off.
It's not
Reality
there for the
TV.
right reasons. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I like this surveyor, Brett. Gager deserves an EST for acting for pretending to be interested right now.
It's awful.
He was warned.
Also adding, that being said, I'd be interested in a Big Brother type show in EST HQ with all the employees. Someone did throw that out there about like a weekend. We all come in here and do Big Brother or something.
All
I
sleep
would
here.
love that. I want some money though.
Everyone's going to gang up on me right off the bat. I don't have a
Why?
chance, I don't think.
Oh, to kick you out?
Are you kidding me? I would totally make an alliance with you because we know the game. But I pretend to hate your guts.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone else would just try to take me out right away because they wouldn't want me to be around. I have a feeling like I come in with the biggest target right off the bat.
No, I would probably get Zach out first.
Why Zach out first?
He would be my pawn.
Yeah, that's why you keep him.
yeah. Okay.
You need him around because he's easy to weed later. Like, okay, if we're going all EST, okay, so we've got Dusty, Eric, Trev, Tommy, myself, Jay, Reed, Zach, Jasmine, Gager, Cass, Bell, Murray. Am I missing anyone? I don't know if I'm missing anyone. I want at least one of Bell, Gager, or Cass out first. Not gonna lie. You guys are the pro athletes.
What does that have to do with it?
If we're doing some sort of athletic competition or something, I need one of you gone.
I don't know what I would do. I'd be the only, unless we put Quinn in here too. But then you'd be like, oh, Quinn and Jasmine are, they're making an alliance. So
Yeah.
If we throw Quinn in, see, Quinn would be hard for people to get rid of.
I think I'm having a showmance.
You would be a hard one to get rid
I
of.
think I'm having a showmance with Reed. We're sitting in the corner.
I think
all the
Reed
time.
would like that one.
Yeah.
I would partner up with Reed. I feel like he
Reed
would
would be
get my
good
back.
because he's got quite an extensive knowledge of board games. He would. It would be fun to hang out with him.
Surveyor Brett also saying bring in one other AM Nasty to stir this pot.
Oh,
Love
my
it.
gosh.
A
That'd be
couple. We should bring couple
Make
in.
it 16 people.
Yeah.
And go full out. And do it for a whole weekend. It'd be
I'm
great.
down. I want a big prize though.
What kind of big prize do you think we can give?
I
don't know.
I would love it because it would just. I'd probably sleep half the time.
Yeah, but there's competitions here, Gage.
I'd get up for the
You're also not
competitions.
doing you're not building alliances
Yeah,
or
then
anything.
I put you on the block. Like he's not doing anything. So because he doesn't care about the game, you're going
but
up on the block.
but he's the easy one to get out of when you don't know what to do. If you're not ready
Yeah.
to take the shot at Dusty, you'd send out Gager.
That's who we would take a shot at. I feel like.
Dusty would be one I don't want to do early, but him and I aren't going to be on the same side, guaranteed.
I have no idea who's
Because he's going to backstab me. I know he's coming at me. Eric's going to win it somehow.
I just float through.
Oh, he will be the quiet one that you're not thinking about. And in the end, he's at the final and he wins Big Brother EST.
And the showmance would cost Tommy, which I don't know if that's the showmance you want to get into.
No, it's too.
He
There's
would be
too
an
much
easy one to
baggage
do.
with Tommy. Tommy would be annoying because he just he'd be cleaning up and just
That's not annoying.
Oh, he'd be annoying.
Tommy would be annoying.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can see it.
Yeah,
Cleaning
it's
up
funny.
is not
When
It's
I go
not
over to
that
his
part.
place, I'll just go and I'll leave something out just to mess with him, so I can see him come and grab it and put it back.
I'll drive him nuts.
I could see Tommy being the annoying one.
Oh,
that
yeah.
at some point we're all going like, we got to get Tommy.
Gotta
out of
get
here.
this
Like,
guy outta here.
This guy, we can't do another. We can't do a couple more hours of this guy.
Like the chef?
Yes, Tommy will be the first one that we're just gonna be standing like, God, Tommy needs to go.
So funny.
I don't care what like Tommy, like we just need to get him out of this house right now.
Oh my God, just like that chef. So what, okay, can I say that my favorite thing right now in Big Brother is that story between Tucker and, I know her name.
The other chef?
Yeah.
Is she Lisa?
Yeah, yes, I think you're right. It's Lisa.
Because Angela just called her out yesterday
Yeah.
too when she went inside.
Yeah,
her-
she
Take that smirk off your face.
Tucker
my
just
God.
complains about her for like
It's-
no reason. Then he goes to HOH and just like vents out. And I don't know. I love that. I think it's so funny.
Okay, Duck Dad has this question. Amazing Race, but it's with shows and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take who does the best.
I do. Can you move it for me?
Well, you could.
My keys are in the car. I'm in my bag. It's a designer one in the corner.
What would be the only bag? Do you want to move it? Are you
No.
sure?
I'm moving it. I get like valet service. Sick.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so Duck Dad's going. Dusty and Eric would be a team. Jasmine and I would be a team. Gager and Cass would be a team. Rhea and Jay would be a team. So I guess Tommy and
like
Trev would
this.
have to be a team. Zach and Murray would have to be a team. Who's going to do the best? If we had to do amazing around the city of Edmonton, let's say.
Oh God, that
You
would be
me,
fun.
obviously. That's an easy one.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think we could plan something like that.
I think we have that, you know.
Well, no, you can't drive. Like that would be the thing.
Well, you have to.
You got to
have
Uber,
find-
walk,
Yeah.
or take a cab or something. We take away the cars, but did it around Edmonton. I think we'd win easily.
I could do all that stuff, like the planning, like that, because I do it for my trips. But then you would have to do
But
some.
there, when you wouldn't know, we wouldn't know where we're going.
Well, do you know anything without Google Maps?
100%.
Oh, and I don't. Perfect.
100%. I
So
could get
we'll
around
switch.
like probably 80% of Edmonton without needing a map.
Okay. I'll do the talking though. I'll be like, hey, do you know where we're good? Where's this?
Yeah, that's what I'm not good at.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
we'd
I'll
be
do
a
that.
great
Yeah.
team, actually. This is actually working out really well.
let's
How do you
do
think
it.
you and Cass would work together?
I think we'd be okay. Yeah, it'd be fine. I couldn't go with Tommy because we'd just end up at Kelly's and I forget the.
Yeah, Tommy would be done early
that.
because he'd just be like, I'm
Yeah, I don't want to do this.
going to go drink.
I'm gonna
I
go-
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do this. You would just
Yeah.
quit.
And then finally, it would be like that's where the final we'd end up there, and somehow we're leading. Just with his luck.
Hilarious.
Eric and Dusty would be interesting.
I think it would be fun. Trev would
They
be
would
fun.
be good.
Trev, but we have
Trev
Trev
would
with
be
Tommy.
I know, but I think if I Trev
With-
because Trev doesn't know the city and like he sees a tall building and he's like, wow, this is awesome. You know, I'd like the naivete of his view of Edmonton just walking around. That'd be fun.
Reed and Jay would maybe work.
Jay's
Oh, yeah.
very smart.
Let's not give him too much credit.
And he's like knows farm stuff. I don't know if that's
How's that going to help you with travel?
If we got to go to the outskirts of town, maybe I don't know. Yeah,
He knows how to feed horses and
yeah,
stuff. You
in
know?
and out of a barn. I don't know.
Too good.
Dusty, I think would be the downfall of him and Eric. Eric's very resourceful. Eric can get
Eric
He
stuff
knows
done.
walks
Yeah.
all the
But
time.
there's obviously with any of these things, there's always that food competition.
Yeah, Dusty can't
Dusty's
do that.
screwed
Yeah.
because it's not going to be chicken fingers.
Yeah, I could do the food.
Oh,
I love
perfect.
trying new food and stuff, so I'll do it.
I could do a lot of food nowadays.
But it can't have any nuts in it. I have a nut allergy.
I could do the nuts part of
It's,
that. That's easy.
It's amazing. Dusty's like it's chicken fingers. Like
I can't believe you ordered chicken fingers at Earl's.
Yeah, we
What
went
the
to a
hell
meeting at
was that?
Earl's. There was three of us. There was an individual, myself, and Dusty. And I was looking at it, and they had like
how was it?
dynamite sushi, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always get that too. I love it.
It's simple. It's
Yeah,
you're not
it is
going to go
simple.
wrong.
No,
It's I used to not be a big sushi guy. That like I've gotten into
Fills
sushi.
you
That
up.
it's not like to me. It's not real sushi fully.
no, it's not.
Like it's not getting the sashimi and all that
Exactly,
stuff.
but-
But it's they got a nice dressing on it.
They
He
do.
puts a little bit in soy.
Yeah, spicy
it tastes
mayo.
great.
Mm-hmm.
I went with that. The other person went with They go burger and fries or something.
That's a good one at Earl's.
But a decent like Earl's thing. And then Dusty's just looking, he's like, because chicken tenders. And it's like, dude, it's the same as I get mad at him. So him and I were at Boston Pizza a couple weeks ago, and I was actually impressed because he ordered a pizza. And I'm used to going to Boston Pizza, and he always gets the Thai bites or whatever.
Yeah.
And I get upset because I'm like, Thai bites are delicious.
Of course.
But try something else, dude.
Legit.
Eat something else.
They're
Like
chicken
order
fingers
something
with
else
the
on the
sweet chili
menu.
sauce. That's all they are. Like
The BP's chicken fingers are actually good.
They're
But why are
good.
you going to Earl's to get, like, come on, man. Like, BP's is like bar
because
food,
they don't have
whatever,
this
right?
blackened
Like,
chicken anymore or something.
yeah, it's
Oh.
true. And they don't have that apple
there's a
fig
lot of
sandwich.
other things.
Like, what the hell?
Like these restaurants have menus, Dusty, with a lot of food.
Yeah.
Have something else. Try
even
something
that,
else.
when I
Like
dropped off, actually, when I dropped off the food for the girl, it was funny because usually I drop it off. Hey, can you bring this in? And they bring the box in. But she said, "Yeah, go ahead." I'd never been in the media booth at Commonwealth, so I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And I saw Dusty in his natural habitat calling the play. He didn't see me, like he was. And then Suits looked at me and gave me the thumbs up, and I showed him the box. And he's like this. But then Dusty took I put it was a donair kind of sandwich in the,
Nice.
and he found it. And I go, and he said, "Yeah, I had that donair. That's a donair sandwich." I go, "Yeah, you ate that?" He goes, "Well, I took the tomatoes out." I'm just like, really?
I can't eat on that, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
I
I
don't
just
like
take
tomato.
meat and bread. That's it.
Meat and bread.
I mean,
And the
nothing wrong with
sauce.
meat and bread.
It's all about the sauce.
Yeah, it's everything else that goes along with it. It's funny that diet is hilarious.
That reminds me of my best friend San. Just so you know, I have one of those in my friend group too that just orders chicken fingers.
I mean, it's fine. It's kind of funny.
Is it though? I get you know what? You know why I get frustrated? Because it's like, why are you paying for this? And like, you're at Earl? Why are you paying for this?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of the one thing I'll say to chicken tenders. That is the sign to me of whether you're a good restaurant or not, in a sense of if you can't do chicken tenders, you're not worth eating anything. You
I
can't screw up
disagree.
chicken tenders.
Well, you
if
guys
you screw
said it
up chicken
wasn't good,
tenders,
right?
you're not worth eating it.
Well, it's
They don't-
basically McNuggets.
You just
though,
throw it
half
in a
the time.
fryer.
I know, and some places can ruin
Yeah.
them.
But
So if you can't get chicken tenders right, you're not getting anything else on that menu right. So you're not worth eating at.
Disagree.
have you
What?
been to
In what way?
State and Maine? Have you
Yeah.
been to State
No.
and
Yes.
Maine's?
Yeah.
So it's actually like properly prepared chicken fingers. Like they're really good, but they're
Right.
not just the frozen.
No, sure, but like there are places that actually screw up chicken tenders.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to do, but you screw up chicken tenders. So if you can't do chicken tenders right, how could I trust you doing anything on your menu right? How do you disagree with that?
I don't know because they don't. They're just probably like. First of all, they're probably like, who the hell ordered chicken fingers?
Well, they probably think it's a kid.
Yeah, and they're exactly, and they're probably this guy that probably doesn't care about what it tastes like. Just hurry up with that and make it first and cold. Who cares? And then get to the good stuff.
I'd like to. Speaking of like going around the city, another show is Dusty's Best Chicken Fingers of Edmonton. Like the
Well, we're
have you eaten here?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, we're supposed
That'd
to
be
do
good.
that with donairs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was an early thing of EST where
But it's not really a
We wanted
donair
to go-
that Dusty eats.
no, but we wanted to go try every donair in Edmonton and rank them.
Yeah.
But Dusty doesn't like spice and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like we need to have a good palate to do all that.
The donair?
Yeah.
Why do you need spice for donair?
Well, you need whatever it is. you just-
He likes his donairs. He loves his donairs.
But
yeah,
there's nothing in them.
Yeah, there you go. Like the overall.
Yeah,
doesn't
but I
have
think
a-
that's if you're breaking down a donair, I think you want to go
yeah.
as basic as possible. We're not trying to so that it's comparable across the board. You need the meat, you need the lettuce.
He doesn't eat the lettuce.
What?
You're probably a good point. I don't do the onions. I
He
do the
doesn't-
tomatoes.
Yeah.
It depends what I have to do onions. Like
And then
I mean, if you're
the
just,
sweet
I see
sauce.
what you're saying. If it's just basic,
You got to go a little more basic if you're ranking them all.
Yeah, if you're going strict, just the meat sauce.
Because we want to compare the same parts of it across
yeah,
the
it has to
board.
be the same donair.
He doesn't even do lettuce on his donair.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, he doesn't do anything.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it'd be tough for him.
He wouldn't even have a samosa. They weren't even spicy.
Actually, I don't know what happened yesterday at the end of the oil stream, but I don't think he's ever had an everything bagel before.
No, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And Trevin's brought in some everything bagels with cream cheese to make him try it.
yeah, and you won't do
He
it.
didn't even finish it.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
We didn't like it?
I don't know. He came to my office after the show because we had a chat about some things, and then Trev came in and took the plate. He's like, and Dusty's like, yeah, I'm done with it. But so I don't know what happened there.
Very important to me.
Yeah, so it was because it wasn't completely fresh, so it wasn't off the toaster, hot off the press. It was through the microwave, so it didn't do it justice.
But he didn't like it?
He didn't mind it, but Dusty's a picky eater. He doesn't like anything.
I don't know how you don't like it everything. It's a bagel with just like extra seeds on it or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
A Tim Hortons everything bagel with herb and garlic cream cheese is delicious when you go and grab it. Like it's a staple.
How have you never, like, has he had a bagel before?
He might not have even had a bagel. He must have with a sandwich without the lettuce and BLT without the
I always get
lettuce
so
and
fascinated by him. When we got him on the latte kick at the start of EST.
that was funny.
He enjoyed that for about a week.
Then he didn't like
He was buying them every day after we gave it to him once.
But
He then kept buying them for the week. Then he went to his teas, and I don't think he's had a latte.
But he
since.
was those are
Never had a
A&W
coffee.
ones though, right?
Yeah.
Those were
Yep.
A&W ones.
Yep.
They're distinct. The lattes at A&W are really good. I'll have to say that.
really.
Yeah. I've been getting
I'll check
them
it out.
once in a while. Really good.
Yeah, he's never had a coffee. Because we're going to get him a coffee once to try it. But then Eric went with the latte, and he got 2 espresso shots in it.
Oh,
And then Dusty was really worried because he had to call a CFL game that day, and he's like, "Is this gonna bother me? Like, is this gonna?" We're like, "You'll be
could.
fine, Dusty. You'll overall be fine. Just you might not get your nap in."
there was that drink, by the way. I want to get it today. I hope for the weekend. That's that coffee shaft or from Shift, I think.
Yeah.
I want
was
to try that.
Beer of the week yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to try that. Did you guys try that? By any chance? Do you
I
have any
didn't
here?
yesterday. We might have some here.
Might have to take it home.
I'll have to take a look.
Yeah.
Just like coming in, expecting valet service, clean microphones, fix the computer mat. I'm taking home a bunch of. Who are you, Gager with the beer? That's what Gager does.
That's my area, all
He
right?
gets first crack at that
Jesus.
stuff, and you're just coming in like I'm taking everything here. Would you like my office next?
You know,
Jeez.
now I'm a little bit hesitant now because I think I had drank the first 6 o'clocker lager
Yeah,
and then
you had a beer of the week early.
I had a
couple
beer of the
weeks
week
ago.
early. I think I was one. Everyone was here, but I was one of the first samplers of Birdie Booze, and
Yeah, that was the time Dusty wasn't here, and we all got to taste.
Yeah.
Do some trials of
Yeah.
it. I also have still some Sloosh juice if anyone wants from Spirit of Edmonton. Got a GoFundMe page that's up as well if you want to support the Spirit of Edmonton because
Speaking of
we
that,
had
do you-
Jerry on last week and he was talking about how they might not see 2025 if they don't.
Really?
That's awesome.
Oh, no.
funding,
I heard
so.
that in his voice, just like asking for help.
Do you guys have PayPal accounts?
I've had a PayPal account in the
Okay.
past. Why?
Yes. Why?
Is there a rationale?
No, my wife and another mom from dance is bartending at the Big Valley Jamboree.
Sick.
And so my wife's funny because she doesn't like country, but she has to look country. You know, she wants to,
Cowboy hat, boots. You're good to go.
She couldn't
a
find
plaid shirt.
She can't find a cowboy hat, so she just went to and got a Bass Pro hat and kind of looks whatever. So she's got that hat, but she should for tips, right? No one carries cash anymore. So yesterday I was like, well,
Oh, you're seeing if you could borrow one or something?
no, for tips. I'm thinking, how do you do it? What's the easiest way for young people that have that kind of stuff?
Well, if it's not with cash, you can get those like squares that plug into your phone and it has a tap on it.
Where do you get those?
I think those actually are in stores, but then you got to
Are they?
set up an account through Square and stuff.
Yeah.
And all it is it like you obviously have to pay a fee
Yeah.
for every transaction.
Yeah.
See,
But it has like a tap, and you just attach it to your phone.
this one is actually with PayPal creates your own QR code. So she has a tip jar with her QR code on there that says tips here, and so you can just go boom boom. But I just don't know how many people actually have PayPal accounts linked to their bank. Which
Well, you don't need a PayPal account to do that. Sometimes I've paid for some things where this is like as long as you don't have an
Direct.
account,
Oh,
you
sorry.
log into
Booker.
pay like you just pay through PayPal,
Yeah,
but you're
yeah.
not actually needing an
Okay.
account for it. They just send you like here's your credit card, enter your credit card here, and then it goes.
I set her email too, like so e-transfer if people want to, whatever.
Well,
Just gotta Google it.
well, that's what I'm actually looking for us for potentially adding a POS system
Yeah.
for like because when we did the golf tournament and we did the super ticket, it was cash or we did e-transfer, but
Yeah.
e-transfer is a little hectic at that time because I didn't know if it was coming through or when it would come through, and you have to wait that little bit, and people have to set up. If I'm not somebody they've sent money to before, they have to quickly set that up. Whereas when you have a POS system, it does go quicker. You do have to pay a fee, but it does go a lot quicker.
I know. Yeah.
We got to get to Road Warriors, which is brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers, custom manufacturing heavy haul trailers for mining, oil and gas equipment, highway transportation, quality, integrity, innovation, trusted by the leaders in the heavy transport industry. Get on the road with peace of mind for your large loads. AccuSteel.ca. We look at what's coming up in sports. Canadian men's basketball is tomorrow as they take on Spain, 9:15. So on the Hangout, I will be a little bit distracted. No question about that. I think Summer McIntosh is going for a medal later today. I don't know what else is going on in terms of Canadian medal hopefuls at this moment. I believe athletics is starting, might be today or really soon, where the 4x100 meter men's is going, which I think that is supposed to be a medal hopeful. We got a Canadian right now on CBC for gymnastics.
Yeah.
And I saw a video of gymnastics where they compared like the gold medal winner of like 1970 Olympics or something to what they're doing now and just how it's evolved. Like it was like one flip on the beam or whatever, and now it's like 6 spins in the air or something. It's absolutely ridiculous what we've gone to. And then the CFL season begins tonight. We got BC Lions taking on, the CFL week, I should say, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Elks, they are in Saskatchewan on Saturday. Trey Ford getting the start. Green and Gold kickoff show from Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge, 4 o'clock on Saturday. Myself, Jay Milne, we'll get you set right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, and we'll see what Trey Ford can do. Let Trey Ford cook.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
So are we going to say something, Gager?
No, I'm excited to see Trey Ford.
I have a Stauffer story if you guys want to know one.
Okay.
So at game 6, so this is like at the beginning, we were walking in, right? So whatever. So walking in, I'm really excited. I legitimately am not drunk. I had probably 1 drink before we left the house. And so I'm excited. Walk in and I see Frank Saravalli. Because that guy, his hair is amazing. I love like a silver fox, right? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh my God, I love his takes, I must say. So whatever. So I walk up to him. Okay, Frank, whatever, talking to him. Shake his hand. Can I take a selfie with you? He does right away. Nicest guy. But he like tilts his head just a little bit, right? And I see the one and only legend, right? So I say, Bob Stauffer. And he's just smiling at me. And I'm like, Bob. And I, got all hyper. And I'm like, Bob, next EST guest of the Hangout. And he just started laughing so much. Took a picture with me. Very nice. And then I'm walking away, right? Okay, so picture this. So I'm walking away. I'm doing like the finger guns almost, but not the finger guns because I thought it was so cool, right? So I'm walking away, and all of a sudden I go, whoop, and I just like fall onto all these duffel bags of media equipment. So I just like bailed in front of all the, and I was like, oh, and I just lied there for a second. Like I am so embarrassed. And then obviously the Amazing Weather fans came and like whisked me up and away. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. So Bob Stauffer, I'm still on that train. I'm getting him on.
A couple of people saying Visa Square. You could download the app to your phone.
Visa Square?
Visa Square.
Oh, look at it. Thank you.
And a Bootski saying the Spirit of Edmonton needing money to go forward is no joke. Hopefully they survive. So we do have a GoFundMe set up for that. We'll have to do a little. I have to talk with Jerry of Spirit of Edmonton to do a little bit more. But we have sluice. Have you guys ever had sluice juice?
No.
Oh, I had what?
Well,
Sorry?
Sluice juice.
No.
It's the drink of Spirit of Edmonton.
Yeah,
If
what
you'd
does it
to
taste
try.
like?
I'll let you try it and you can decide for yourself afterwards. It's I don't know. I don't want to misrepresent it and stuff.
It's famous.
It's very famous. It's messed with a lot of people's days. Let's just say in a good way.
Did you guys see who was on Spittin' Chicklets?
Nope.
Jason Strudwick.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When? Like this week?
Yeah.
Strutty's the best.
He is
in that
good.
stuff.
He looks great. Jesus. I don't know what kind of pagan rituals and baby's blood he's been drinking, but he looks great. Hate to say that.
Yeah, because he when he came on the Hangout, he called you out and stuff.
Oh, I know. Yeah, whatever.
And
He
you
feels
came
threatened.
back at him. Yeah, somebody else saying Visa Square. You can download it to your phone.
Visa Square.
So
Thank
you've had
you.
quite a few of it.
So if you're at Big Valley, you go see if you see a redhead there.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
Mrs. Gager.
Heritage Day is this weekend.
Oh, is it?
I think
It is,
It's
yes.
this week because it's a long weekend.
At Bowden,
That's-
I think, right?
Borden Park, which because of the renovations that are happening at Horlack Park still. So I haven't been to the Borden Park
And
one.
is Taste of
Taste is done.
Done.
Taste runs at the same time as K-Days.
What's Fringe Festival?
But
is it Fringe?
Fringe Festival starts, I think, would it start next weekend or does it start this weekend? Or is it after that? Folk Fest would be next week too, I believe. We got Stingers game on Sunday down at the Expo Center as their playoff game happens. And then the Riverhawks are on the road. They won yesterday. They're getting closer to clinching a playoff spot as well, which if they're in the playoffs, that's going to be a wild time. And I've mentioned on the show this week, I was at the game on Saturday. I was with Cam Moon and a couple of other people. And the 999 challenge will happen
Is it?
at the
Okay.
playoff game.
Okay, cool.
And we looked at the rules. We were looking it up. It's not per inning. Like, you don't have to do one beer, one hot dog per inning.
Oh, it's just
Overall. As long as you're done by the final out, once the final out happens, it's done. We found somebody, because there's no actual real rules to this. We found one site that went with, you have to have 8 out of the 9 hot dogs have to have at least one condiment. And
like mustard stuff.
ketchup, whatever.
Oh.
It has to have at least one, 8 out of the 9 of them. And puke, you're done.
Oh,
Just
okay.
DQ'd. So
You'll be able to do that.
This is happening. It'll get done.
So it's
I cannot.
the anniversary of me being the Edmonton Sunshine Boy 24 years ago.
I don't remember what that is. That's awesome.
It's today.
Congratulations.
Well, it was at Heritage Days where they tracked me down.
So we need to get that picture.
I
Gotta
know.
find it.
You don't have it?
You don't,
I don't
yeah, you
have
ever
it.
saved your
How do you
brain?
not have it?
I lost it somewhere.
How do you?
Well, then
Actually, it
they
was
have
funny.
the records somewhere.
Yeah,
do you
they
know
have
what?
to-
Actually, you could get it from the library. I think go find old Sons.
Oh, I probably could.
What? Do you remember the day
No, but it was August.
of 24 years ago?
Yeah, 2001.
There's got to be a way to get this.
Yeah.
we're gonna get this for you one day,
Because
Gager,
it's I play the clarinet.
and then we'll get it signed.
Enjoy
and we'll give
long
it away
walks on the
air.
beach, and reading poetry.
I want to know what it actually says.
It
That'd be
does say
hilarious.
something like that.
Oh, it's funny.
Hangout's almost over here. Oh, what
Can
do you
I
have to
say something before you wrap it up?
Yes.
There's a new sponsor coming in. I think they're going to help Reed and
Jay?
Jay. It's my cousin Preet and his accounting firm at Gallo Accounting. So just a shout out because that's the first one that I got on the team, I guess. And also one more request. Can I get like cards that say like, the Hangout when I talk like this?
You know, I've actually wanted to do those.
I love that.
I've wanted to
Oh.
create those, to have those always ready, because I don't have anything.
Rather than going on my phone, it feels it's like I'm texting. I'm not.
I do actually have I would like to do that, but maybe. I'll just say maybe, but more requests, more demands
It's
from the new
unbelievable.
member of
That's
the
like
Hangout.
5 things.
Gager's been on the Hangout for months, and all he asks for is to go drink some of our beer. Jasmine comes in and valet parking, clean everything,
Yeah.
cleaning the microphone.
Trev took her car for detailing.
She's gonna bring in
actually very
her, she's gonna bring in her clothes for dry cleaning. Eventually, Zach's gonna be on sending that one out.
It better be Phil.
No, and with his credit card, right? She's not paying for it. That's going to be on track.
Unbelievable.
Get used to seeing more Jasmine on the Hangout. She is going to be a regular co-host of the Hangout moving forward come this fall. So, but thanks for coming in today, Jasmine, even though all these demands. Gager, you're stuck with me for another show today. 2 guys and a goalie. We'll have some fun, me, you, and Cass. So
Yeah, we always do.
Thanks, guys.
we'll make it
was
work.
fun.
And we got to talk about the big news from Formula One, because we didn't do it
Yeah.
today. Big news
Yeah.
today, breaking. So we will get to that. Up next, it is the Lock Shop. Myself, I will be on that with Huss, as we will look at the CFL weekend coming up, starting with BC and Winnipeg tonight. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to the EST Hangout on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio, and as well as those watching on YouTube. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. On behalf of Jasmine, Gager, I'm Iwanyk. Thanks for tuning in. Lock Shop in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout, presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here, joining us today.